Hello, everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name's Ethan Van Sciver, 27-year veteran of the comic book industry, world's most charming and disarming, elegant and eloquent, humble, though sometimes even I fumble. Man, great big Star Wars fan, trusted member of the media. Trusted member of the media, at a time when the media is not to be trusted. I'm here. I'm your Uncle Ethan, Caesar. What else do they call me? EVS. I don't know. Whatever you want to call me, you can call me. Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to a beautiful Saturday morning, autumn, crisp, autumnal day, as they say. Enjoy fresh apples, crisp apples from the tree. Enjoy pumpkins. Enjoy cider. Enjoy a cup of coffee, looking over your neighborhood. Enjoy each other most of all. It's a pleasure to be with you. I am no longer gambling. I have renounced gambling. I will never gamble again. This is a question that was posed to me recently. They asked if I believe in God. I said yes. This weirdo asked if I gambled. Yes, I do. And I always win. That's what I used to say. I will never say that again. Last night, Hunter Zalman Van Sciver, my son, 21, Andrew and I were talking. We're like, we need to spend more one-on-one time with our kids. It's like Hunter is looking for our attention, or looking for my attention. And I give you guys all my attention. I don't give Hunter any attention at all. So, and Andrew's like, I want to give Kaylee some attention, maybe take her out. Yeah, sure. I'll watch the house while you do that. So Hunter, I said to him, hey, you want to go hang out Friday? Where do you want to go? He said, I want to go to Atlantic City. So I said, Caesar's Palace it is. Let us go. Last night, went to Caesar's Palace, just me and Hunter. I told Andrew, I'll be back before midnight. This was like 8 p.m. Just going to go out, play a few hands of cards. And I turned $1,000 into $1,200, which is, here's the thing about playing blackjack. Like, you go back and forth, you bet small, you kind of stay in the same spot. And I just decided I'm going to go big. I'm going to go big and then go home. And I'm either going to go home with twice as much money as I brought, or I'm going to go home broke. And one of them, the Lord is going to choose which one that is. And God sent me a clear message. I put down half of my money, $600 on one hand of cards. Hunter's watching me on one hand. And, it's always good when you do that and then they give you a face card or they give you an ace and you're like, oh my goodness, I picked the right. It's all about timing. You've got to bet the right, got to make a large bet when you're about to you're going to get 2 or 3 blackjacks in the night. If you're just playing for a couple hours, you want to time it just right. So the first card they give me is a 5 and you go, oh no, because, your next card is going to be a 10 almost always, you're going to be given a 10. So I thought 15 is the worst possible hand. It's just the worst possible hand. Come around again and they give me a 6. Now I know that the Lord is smiling upon me. That's an 11. That's the moment when you double down, when you have an 11 in front of you and the dealer has whatever the dealer has. And I think the dealer had like an 8 or something like that. So I'm like, okay, I got to put my other $600 double down. I'm going to bet it all on this one hand. And certainly, the odds are in blackjack that you're going to be given a 10 at that point. You're going to get a face card. You're going to get a 10. You're going to get something. And then that is a 21. And then I win. And then I'm going home at that point with $2,400. I will have made $1,400. And I had people around me going, hooray, hooray. So $1,200 on one hand. And they give me my card and it's a 5. And the dealer turns over her hand and she has a 10. So it's a 18 to 16. And I lose. I lose $1,200 on a single hand of cards. And that's it. Never playing again. Because honestly, I feel like if God wanted me to keep playing blackjack, it would have been so easy for me to just get a 10. Just hand me a queen of hearts. I deserve a queen of hearts. So Andrea didn't ask me how I did until this morning. And I had to tell her. She's just like, Jesus, what's the matter with you? I left right after that. I left. I said, let's go, Hunter. Let's get out of here. But yeah, that was the worst possible scenario. I should have come home in glory. After all, I was at Caesar's Palace. Should have been Should have been on home turf. Instead, I came home in shame. And I'm grateful that I can be that stupid, but I'm never doing it again. I'm never doing it again. I don't want to feel like I felt walking out of there. I felt like such a loser. And that's the way it is. Yeah, God does humble you. No, I wasn't. I didn't leave in a fit of rage. What was Hunter's reaction and comment? I want to know on the car trip home. Hunter was just like, well, I really like spending time with you, Dad. I said, yeah. Hunter drove, by the way. That was one thing that he wanted to do. I mean, this was his night, right? Like the entire point of this trip was for me and Hunter to spend time together. And Hunter has wanted me to ride in his car for the longest time. You know, Hunter's 21 years old. I think he's had 4 different Camaros. 4 cars so far in his driving career. And he wants me to get in there. I'm like, son, I don't know if you see your old man. I don't want to get into a Camaro. I don't want to do that. He said, come on, Dad, let me drive. So I agreed. You know, when we made the plans to go, I said, yeah, you're going to drive. You're going to drive. And I got into his Camaro. He's driving home. He's playing rap music. It was just a father and son night, which is my son could see how stupid his father is. Spirit Scar said the notorious Manara Spider-Woman piece, one of the sparks that ignited Comicsgate, sold at auction for $37,500. Frank Cho posted about it, speculating how his Outrage Wonder Woman covers would fare. Probably very well. I mean, that cover was legendary. The Manara Spider-Woman piece, in which, strangely, I mean, really, really weird stuff happened. Let me see if I can find that really quick so that you guys who don't know what we're referring to can see what it actually looks like. Legendary piece that caused all kinds of weirdness, all kinds of weird behavior from people. All right, so this is Jesus, somebody drew Hillary Clinton in this pose. No, I never seen that before. All right, here we go. This was quite an interesting thing. So Milo Manara, who draws a lot of naked women. I mean, that's what he's known for. He's an Italian artist. Italian men love the women. They love the women. Nobody calls them out for it. Nobody Me Too's Italian men, you know, not when they're like in Italy. But they love the women. This guy drew this piece, and it had the entire comic book industry, first of all, saying no woman could get in that pose. And I know that's not true firsthand. Women do get in this pose. And the other thing was people were saying her ass, like that's not what a woman's ass looks like when they get in this pose. And what happened was, as you can see here, the Mary Sue, this is here it is right here. The Mary Sue is the worst website on the face of the earth, but it's also very funny because you get to see how fat chicks think. In case you're wondering what fat chicks think, this is where you go. This is what it actually looks like, says, you know, physically, and I'm not, you know, so I don't want to be mean, but, you know, women who are less than desirable want you to draw. This is what it would actually look like. So this is what we look like when we're in this pose. Some of us. I mean, good God, look at this haggard thing here. Look at this awful. This is depressing, is what it is. God, the Mary Sue was so terrible. It is just so terrible. This is what we look like. Get behind me. Absolutely dreadful. I like the hair too. It's like the hair is like fucking horrible. All of it is just like unappealing. This is beautiful and slinky. You know, she's missing a nose. I mean, to be honest with you, she's got Michael Jackson's nose, and that's kind of weird. I don't know why Milo Manara doesn't. Well, I understand you're supposed to understate women's noses, and I'm not somebody who wants to say this is what a nose should look like because, you know, God made me a cautionary tale when it comes to my proboscis. But other women need to have, I don't know, it's small. It's like, it's 50 degrees, it's 50% too small, this nose. Other than that, everything's perfect. So everybody talked about this, and the great thing about it was you had fat chicks getting into this pose and taking pictures of themselves to prove that their asses didn't look like this. They didn't make this nice, beautiful Valentine's heart shape. Everybody taking pictures of themselves up on all fours. And then you had more lovely specimen also doing this. That was it was fun. It was a treat. So this famous piece, which basically launched Comicsgate, because Milo Manera was called a sexist, misogynist, all of those things for drawing this. I love when the fat chicks of the Mary Sue tell you how women are supposed to look, how they're supposed to be drawn. Look at this horrendous amount of sketching. Like, why do you have to do this? Is how you know somebody can't draw. Why are you have to go over it this many times? You look like a serial killer. Just draw this shape. How many times do you have to go? How many times do you have to draw this cross shape? You're like grinding it into the paper. You kill people. If you draw like this, I know you kill people. You don't need to do this. How much sketching do you need to do? How many times do you need to repeat the same line over and over and over again? This looks like Sirhan's notebook when he was planning to kill RFK. This looks insane. Pinch, stretch. So if pinch, leg is up, and this leg goes down. These people sitting there criticizing artists who know how to draw. And this looks horrendous. This looks fucking horrible. This actually looked pretty good. This, terrible. This is how to draw. We're here at the Mary. We're going to tell people how to draw right. This is wrong. This is right. They're trying to teach Milo Manera how to draw. And look at jealous bastards. Jealous people just trying to show, like, look, I know how it looks. And then you draw this. This looks like a toddler. Oh, I hate the comic book industry so much. I really do. The people in it are just bitter, jealous. I mean, look at this. The original drawing looks great. This looks horrible. This looks horrible. It's exaggerated in all the right ways. The original drawing's exaggerated in all the right ways. You look at this. This is appealing. You get it. She's spider-like. She's lithe. She's sexy. And this looks like Lena Dunham. I don't want to look at this. This is horrible. This is lovely. This is horrible. So in any case, Milo Manera, I guess he sold this and he made $37,500, which is, good. I mean, good for him. What are you going to do? Frank Cho, of course, he parodied this cover about 1,000,000 trillion times. Everybody was drawing it like this. Here's Hillary Clinton. What is this here? 13 parodies. Oh, good Lord. Oh. She's getting into the White House. See, she's crawling into the White House. Was this made by a Hillary supporter? What is this? It's very, very funny. I wonder if that was a Hillary supporter. So here's Deadpool. Okay. This is how important this was. This is what's his name with the robotic voice? Who is this guy? I can't remember. All right. Oh, here's the reverse view. Everybody's insane. Ew, here's what's her name? Gwen Poole. No, not Gwen Poole. Spider Gwen. Do you want to toss me now, Goblin? Yeah. I never did this. Spider Ham. Yeah, I don't know. Frank Cho, self-portrait. Jeez, this was this was a real big deal. You guys have to take my word for it. The comic book industry is so insane that one piece really had people. This is fantastic right here. I have no criticism of this. This is really nice. Yeah, and this is the Hillary sign, her logo here. And she's exposing herself. She's exposing her womanhood to Washington, D.C. Hillary going for the top. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. She didn't win, by the way, Hillary. Even despite the fan artwork like that, Hillary did not win the election. Yeah, I could do a Trump one. Why not? Can you imagine? Yeah. Do maybe under Panta Claus this year. A lot of people are asking for that. By the way, Andrea did lecture me about that. She said, people want your under Panta Claus this year, and I don't want you to let them down. And I didn't know what to say about that. Like, I didn't know I was letting people down by not drawing under Panta Claus, but she said people are looking for it, and you really do need to do it. So start making a plan, start thinking about it, start considering what under Panta Claus will look like this year, and let's get ready to do that. And I skipped a couple years. I've been drawing under Panta Claus, I think, since 2010. Looks like I've missed 2 years total out of that time. So there are 8 under Panta Clauses that exist. She's like, at some point you should just do, Christmas cards, and maybe they should be Christmas cards for people. That's not a bad idea, and that under Panta Claus could have been in that pose. Let's see. Please keep that to your family card list, says Jim Cox. And I'm going to offer it to you guys. I mean, send it to all of our friends too. Frago says, Andrea always has our backs. She does. She's concerned about you guys. She's upstairs right now. Andrea is upstairs right now packing up boxes, packing up books, finishing the fulfillment of Unforgettable Tales. She's doing a fantastic job. Really, really good job. Backgoat says, you are a sharp-dressed man. Thanks, Backgoat. Appreciate that. Well, you guys know I always look presentable for you. It's important. As long as Santa is not spread eagle-y. Well, I mean, that's part of the whole thing. I think he will be spread eagle. I think that's the whole point. We want to. Santa has a package. Santa has always had a sack. This is the one thing that you could say about Santa, and this is what people want to see from Santa. They want to see Santa's sack. Santa's got a sack, and it's got something for everyone in it. Santa's sack has something for you. Santa's sack has something for them. It's for everyone. So I will work on that. David Bowser says, "What's that frog flag?" Okay, so one of you guys sent that to me. It says, "Don't step on me, hop free or die," and that's Cyber Frog there. I had that up for a long time. I took it down, then I put it up again. Eric McIntyre says, "Thank you, Andrea, for getting us our books because we know Ethan won't do it." Why do you say that? I would do it. I'm busy though. Eventually I would. I mean, Yeah, she's up there. She's like, our fans, our customers, we need to take care of them. Sack full of goodness. Yeah. EVS, can the Dems successfully cheat in November, says Pilgrim Media? Yes. Yes, they can. I'm concerned about it. No, we don't want to talk about politics too much, but sure they can. They have everything set up for just absolute pure chaos. We'll see what happens. I mean, we'll stay together. I plan on being here with you guys on election day. We'll talk about it. We'll see what goes on. Some of you will be happy. Others of you will not. That's inevitable. That's just the way it goes. White people. I want to talk about white people today. Rocket and Jet says, channel member under Panta Claus card. I actually said that I would do Rainbow Brute cards. When Rainbow Brute is the thing that's coming out, we'll do some Rainbow Brute channel member cards. And I heard from some people who said, no, Cyberfrog or nothing. So that's, I hesitate. Understand that I hesitate to do under Panta Claus for you guys. Duranis says, honestly, that Spider-Woman cover does look really ugly. It's a matter of opinion. It's a matter of opinion. Okay, so white people. Hold on a second. Hi, Uncle E. How close is Unforgettable Tales to fulfilling, please? Unforgettable Tales is very close to fulfilling. I've been showing people, let me see here, what our house looks like right now, just for the interest of, if you're fulfilling out of your house, it's wonderful. I really do like it. I have nothing against it at all. Some people don't like it. Some people use fulfillment centers. I really do kind of like the idea of us fulfilling right out of our living room or out of our piano room. This is going to be our piano room soon, where I will fully become Liberace. This is what it looks like. First of all, I'm out there. These are Unforgettable Tales books. These are people who ordered one of everything signed, I believe. This is about 100 books. maybe it's a little less. It's like 93, 96 books or something like that, or 96 orders that I took to the post office the other day. Andrea has probably like 1,000 of these all put together, but the shipping labels need to be put on. And Michelle is coming over tomorrow to print out the shipping labels to get that done. This is what her workstation looks like. So Andrea set up a little card table here in the corner. This is the stair. If you like see my cursor here, right here's the stairs going up to the upstairs. And this is kind of this little corner area, a nook where she set up a card table. And this is where she, starts to put together packages. So she's got everything she needs. She's got all of these extras here. She's got stickers. She's got cards. She's got the paper dolls. And then she puts together a package. This is the wet tape machine, which is so cool. Everybody looks at this and goes, what is that? Well, we got all caps tape to brand our packages. We want you to know when you see it in your mailbox that it's from us. We want it to be a unique experience. And this tape, you just run it through this machine here. You put a roll of tape in there and it spits out, first of all, the glue on the back, it gets it wet and it spits it out the right length to seal up your package. So, Andrea's here putting together these boxes of comics for you guys. And then over here is basically everything that we need. This is the supply. So let's see. These are books that need to be bagged and boarded. Hunter and Kaylee are doing that. Over here are books that are already bagged and boarded, ready to go. And unopened supplies. This is stuff that needs to get done. This is stuff that's already done. It's a process, it's a thing to make sure that everybody gets their books. But I got to say, we're great at it. When we're doing fulfillment out of our house, we've had very few returns. I think one of the reasons for that is we spend the money and we're careful about it. We no longer use a fulfillment service. We do it ourselves. We will hire some people to help us. But we're on top of it. The customers, when you guys order from us, if you order Warts and All, if you order Wreck Planet, if you ordered Unforgettable Tales, which is closed now, you get you're going to receive a tracking number. You're going to get an email that's going to tell you that your package shipped. It's on its way to you. Many of you are going to be getting those this week as Unforgettable Tales finishes. Now, Andrea said, don't tell them that we're fulfilling Unforgettable Tales until like a month from now. At that point, everybody will have their books and then you can say, hey, we fulfill. No, I want to keep people in touch. We are working on it and we're shipping out packages every day. And the Wrecked Planet foil preview cover is in. It's beautiful. We have 200 copies of the regular proof copy of the Wrecked Planet preview book. We're going to put those up on eBay too as soon as everything's finished. But it's it's an ongoing process. And I can't wait to see, eBay, you guys, not eBay, Twitter, you guys showing your packages on Twitter. That'll be this week. Byron Orpheus just joined the channel. He's a new member. Welcome. Thank you very much. David L says, how's that new member card coming? I know I got to get a new member card to you guys. I'm very, very busy doing a bunch of different things. I'll work on it. I'm going to work on a Shock Roach card. Void Rider comic says, my female Void Rider Lady Chaos is drawn as beautiful and buxom as in the classical style. No limits, just beautiful. So you have a character named Void Rider, female Void Rider. No, her name is Lady Chaos. Well, will Brian Polito be in touch with you? That's very close to Lady Death from Chaos Comics. But Lady Chaos, I guess, is okay. I guess you're allowed to use that. Andrew Venable says, have you seen the trailer for the movie Fat Man? It's a Mel Gibson action movie starring Santa. I haven't seen that. What is it? Is Mel Gibson allowed to keep making movies? I'm glad to hear that. I actually like Mel Gibson, even though Hollywood has declared him a bigot. I do enjoy him. Okay, so what I was talking about white people. Gerald Lang says, hi, E. Does every backer get a copy of the Ash Can? No. Only people who back the Ash Can get a copy of the Ash Can. And it's not an Ash Can. It's actually a full-size book. Do I have one here? Yeah, look at this. Here it is. This is the Wrecked Planet preview Ash Can that people ordered. These are all signed, even though this one isn't because it's on my rack. But these are signed and they're going to come your way. And they're beautiful, beautiful foil. I think it's 28 pages inside. It's got some pinup art. It's got the first 10 pages of Wreck Planet in color and also in black and white, and then a bunch of other stuff. And an exclusive Jay Lee cover. This Jay Lee cover will not be printed anywhere else. So you can get one if you haven't gotten one yet. Don't worry about it. We will do it. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, white people. I want to talk about white people. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Christopher Gorey says, good sir, I've always been fascinated by villains. Do the Vespists think of themselves as the bad guys? Christopher, a.k.a. the Good Reverend, asked very kindly. Hi, sweetheart.
Those ash cans are only signed if you buy the ash can signed tier. Not all of them are signed.
Andrea corrects me. She says, not all of the ash cans are signed, only if you purchased the signed tier. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, so a little correction there from Andrea, who's up there watching and fulfilling for you guys. Do the Vespists think of themselves as the bad guys? Of course not. But you'll find out more about the Vespists and what their situation is soon enough. Is that included in the one of everything signed? Yes, it is. Okay. So Mark Alcatraz says, Andrea is such a good manager. Yes, she is. She keeps on top of everything. I don't always remember what's going on, but Andrea does. She's ordered. It is quality control and all that stuff. Okay. So as I was saying before, white people. Hold on a second. Akiram says, why are you dressed like Meatloaf? I didn't know. Is this how Meatloaf dresses? I thought I would dress nicely for you guys today. You guys are here. You're part of the show. You're here to watch the show. Why wouldn't I dress up for you guys? Why wouldn't I, make sure that, oh, look at this. David L says, I have all the variants of Blood Honey. Can we just buy the stickers that come with your eBay store? They're not for sale, but I don't know. We'll figure out a way to do that, David. I know a lot of people are interested in these kind of like bonus stickers. They're just like mailers. They're just for fun. They're just to make buying from our eBay store a little bit more enjoyable. That's I don't think we want to sell them. I don't think we want to put a price on them. I don't think they should cost you anything. Mystery Meatball says, Auntie A keeping Ethan straight. You better believe it. Fenrir the Ice Wolf says you're a lucky guy, but he spells you're wrong. Snarkcon DM says you're dressed like the kingpin going to church. What? I don't think I look like the kingpin going to church. Not at all. Let's see. Tara Wombat says, this is what you consider nice. How am I not being nice right now? Tank Ferret, thanks for $2. He says, nice Vincent Price costume. It wasn't just Vincent Price that, wore ascots. Everybody wore ascots in the 1970s. It was a very gentlemanly thing to do. It was. Warren says, looking sharp, sir, looking sharp. Thank you, Warren. Thank you for $5. And Sean Tillman says, hail the eloquent and elegant, dapper dressing and humble frog lord. Let's talk about these white people. LOL, blessings to you and the family. Thank you. That reminds me, Sean, white people. I want to talk about white people. White people need to knock it off. Many of you already know what I'm going to say. White people need to knock it the F off. They're over there. In case you don't know what white people are doing, oh my God, wait till I tell you what white people are up to. Oh, hold on a second. Jay Mills says, stickers are my fault because of my laptop picture. Yeah, Jay Mills is kind of right about that. I don't know if you saw this, but Jay Mills posted Jay Mills. He tweeted this out and everybody's jealous of him. Jay Mills is on top of collecting Cyberfrog stuff, and he tweeted out a nice picture today of his laptop, which has been covered completely with stickers. Look at this. He's got is this all of the stickers? One, yeah, these. He's got these and he's got this. I think this is all the stickers we've ever produced. So he's got all of the stickers on his laptop, and that's freaking cool. So people saw these and said, well, how do I get all of these stickers? And you have to order from our eBay store, really. I mean, that's the only way to do it. That's just the only way to do it. Cumberbatch Pepperpot says, EVS, you need a captain hat. I have one, but if I wear it, you guys are going to call me I don't know what I'm going to end up memed on again. And that's what I want to avoid. I want to avoid getting memed on by you guys. JZA Smack says, you should send, or you could send stickers out to channel members. I love me some stickers. I can't wait to get that all caps Cyberfrog hoodie. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Yeah, I could. I mean, I could send stickers out to channel members, but I think they want cards. I think everybody wants trading cards right now. Okay, so what was I talking about? White people need to knock it. Hold on a second. Tank Ferret says, I got it. Ethan is E. Van Sciver, founder of Frogitology. Frogitology would be a good idea. I would teach everybody how to live your life, basically eat, pray, frog. I would teach everybody to center your life around the discipline of our amphibian brothers and sisters. Frogitology. I wonder if I could get away with that. I wonder if I could be a cult leader on that kind of a scale. Cult leader on the scale of L. Ron Hubbard. Think about that a little bit more. I would like it. I have nothing against it. All right. So anyway, what was I? White people need to knock it off. They're really out of control. White people are out there opening Egyptian mummy tombs. All right. So let's finally talk about white people. White people slammed. Look at this white guy here for opening ancient Egyptian mummy tombs. This is Mummy News. Sean Tillman says for $2. What these white people do now, I'm telling you, Sean, I'm telling you what they're doing. White people are opening up mummies. I don't see any black people opening this mummy. Hold on, let's look. Whitey. Hold on, let me press play on this. I just see white people. I see zero people of color defiling this grave. And that's concerning. Look how small that little mummy is. He's got a pointy head. Yeah, zero people of color. I don't see any. Look, all around you. No diversity in grave robbing. Social media watchdogs are slamming white people for unearthing a 2,500-year-old mummy from its tomb in the sprawling Saqqara necropolis of Egypt. The word necropolis is awesome. It means city of the dead, a city of the dead. Archaeologists discovered 59 coffins belonging to Egyptian priests and officials from the 26th dynasty in August, south of Cairo, and they went on display Saturday. White people dug them up. They were in 3 30 to 40-foot shafts, along with 28 statues of the ancient Egyptian god Seeker the god. One tomb was opened in front of reporters to reveal the mummy inside. A video of the act has now gone viral with nearly 20 million views on Twitter as of Tuesday night. But Twitter critics were not impressed, guys. Why do white people get to open all of the graves? That is the question. White privilege, I would say. These white guys are just doing whatever they want to do. We're trained very early on to think that mummies and tombs need unearthing, but it's kind of sad that even in death, people of color, POC, can't escape the prying and opportunistic advances of white people. That is correct. So even when you die, people of color, Whitey is going to, and how many times have I talked about this on this very show? I didn't put it in terms of marginalized people versus people with privilege. I never thought of doing that, but I've told you 100 times not to get buried. I said, take your body, burn it up. And that goes especially for people of color now, because white people are going to dig you up. We are prying and opportunistic. We're trained very early on to think that mummies and tombs need unearthing. They don't. Why are we trained to think that? Every movie I've ever seen about opening up mummies' tombs has not gone well for people. I don't know why people continue to do it. It's hard to think of mummies as people of color. I mean, you open up this tomb here, and you can see, like, look at all of them. Uh, come on, New York Post. Will you rewind, please? Yeah, you look at these mummies here. That's a white guy. See what I mean? Look at, they put a white, he's a white guy. That is a white face on that mummy right there. So I guess white people don't realize that Egyptians are people of color, and apparently very small. This is a very small person here. It's a very, very small person. Mike S. Mummy. Okay. All right. So this is true. Let's read more about how disrespectful we are as white people. This guy got 150 likes, 150,000 likes on this, and thousands of retweets and comments. I wish I'd said something like this. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. All right, now I don't know if you guys, is this immoral to do this? Is this wrong? What if I because I want some more social media interaction. What if I just copy his tweet, paste it? All right, so, okay, so we're trained early on. Let me see here. What I need to do is I think I need to get a picture of a mummy. Okay, so we're going to Google search mummy. All right. And so find what's a lot of good pictures of mummies here. Oh, I should share my screen so you guys can see. I'm trying, look, I want social media interaction. They got 150,000 likes. You can't share some of those with me? I'm not smart enough to think of something like that clever to say on Twitter. Female mummy. This mummy's kind of hot. All right, so I shouldn't say that. Shouldn't call mummy hot. Save image. I'm going to save this mummy image. And this is going to add to, this is going to add to my whole message about mummies. All right. So open that up, put this image in there. Okay. All right. Guys, don't tell anyone that I did this. Don't tell anyone that I stole this tweet. Okay? Just pretend that I came up with this myself, because it's going to make me look like I care. It's going to make me look like I'm smart. So here's my tweet. We're trained very early on to think that mummies and tombs need unearthing, but it's kind of sad that even in death, POC can't escape the prying and opportunistic advances of white people. Now I'm going to make it my own by changing the period into an exclamation point. No, 3. Hashtag leave those mummies alone. It's definitely mine now. All right, tweet that out. I should get like 150,000. Well, maybe not that many, but I should get a lot of social media interaction from that. Okay, let me just hide that. All right, so don't tell anybody that I did that. Yeah, if you guys could, if you'll retweet it and share it around. Okay, let's see. 150,000 likes and thousands of retweets and comments. I hope I get some retweets and comments. I don't know if I'm talking out my ass, but something about this feels evil. When I die, keep white people away from me. That probably did good. All right, let me copy that as well. All right, so let's see here. Tweet. All right, we're stealing a lot of we're stealing a lot of other people's thoughts here, but maybe I would think the same exact thing. I don't know. All right, so let me get a nice picture in here. Doing what I can. I mean, my Twitter needs help anyway. I'm losing followers on Twitter. All right, so I don't know if I'm talking out my ass, but something about this feels evil. When I die, keep white people away from me. And here's me, the naked woman with her legs spread in front of the police. And, we'll gives it some context. I think we'll tweet that out too. All right. I'm just trying to get a little attention for myself here. All right. Another Twitter user agreed. It's super disrespectful because the I'm sorry. It's super disrespectful because the entire reason they were buried in these was so they could be guided to the afterlife. And we were kind of just like, haha, no. You're not coming to the afterlife. You're coming to Brooklyn. You're going to be put on display. It's the afterlife in a way. Yet another outraged viewer commented, it's even worse than that. They believe that your afterlife only lasted as long as your body does. That's why they went to all the trouble of mummification in the first place. So this is more than just disrespectful. It's the equivalent of ripping someone out of heaven. That's, yeah, that's good too. All right, so I'm going to use this as well. Tweeting a lot today. People are going to be really impressed with my social media. People are going to be very impressed. And people are going to say, Ethan's tweeting a lot today. He's got a lot to say. Yeah, I'm already getting some, let me see. I got 33 likes. I got 8 retweets. I got 7 comments. This one here, I don't know if I'm talking out my ass, but something about this feels evil. When I die, keep white people away from me. I agree with that. I want white people to stay away from me too. I have no problem with that. I agree with that. Let me see here. I got to tweet this out. These white people are just, okay, so this is more than just disrespectful. I got to find the proper illustration for that. No, that's not it. Let me see here. Ripping someone out of heaven. Ripping someone out of heaven. There's got to be something here that I could use to illustrate what that would look like. Yeah, okay. I mean, this isn't bad. I have a few. You guys have been good to me, and you're making me some nice memes of myself. So let's see. This is more than just disrespectful. It's the equivalent of ripping someone out of heaven, and then you've got me here ripping someone out of heaven. All right, so let me tweet that out as well. All right, so good. 3 tweets. You know, if you're going to grow on Twitter, and by the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, would you please, considering the quality of my tweets, would you consider following me on Twitter? I mean, everybody else is going to after they see what I'm saying. So, you know, why don't you? All right. So, however, the angry online masses seem clueless that the archaeological dig behind the discovery was actually of Egyptian heritage. They launched their dig amid the 11 pyramids of Saqqara in 2018. Prior discoveries included a cache of mummified lions, cats, and crocodiles. Mummified cats, huh? I gotta say, that's interesting. Got to show the screen. Mummified cats. I wonder if Shane Davis knows about that. Shane Davis's Starlight Cats #1, Merlion Rising, available right now on Indiegogo. Shane Davis is first week in, he's made $40,000, $40,540 in just his first week, less than a week. I don't think tomorrow is his marks his first week. If you haven't backed Shane Davis's Starlight Cats #1, Merlion Rising, why not do that in honor of the cats that died and were mummified and then exhumed by white people, disrespected by white people. Many, many, many centuries later, millennia later, thousands of years later, white people were digging up mummified cats, you know, ripping them out of heaven. So why not back Starlight Cats #1 by Shane Davis? Get a copy of this beautiful. Look at these kitties. They cannot wait to make me sneeze. I see these cats. Look at this. This cat cannot wait to scratch my ankle as I'm walking by. Cat can't wait to sneeze or to make me sneeze. Cover my clothes with lint. Can't wait. Very excited about it. This cat cannot wait to fall asleep on the stairs under my feet when I'm walking down the stairs and make me plummet to my death. They can't wait. I'll trip over them in the dark. Be like that Sesame Street skit where the what was that in the 70s? Hold on a second. Do you guys remember this? Was I hallucinating this? There was a guy in the 1970s. Sesame Street was insane. Everybody was on drugs. But I remember this as a kid. There would be there'd be a flight of stairs. Was I dreaming this or was this real? There'd be a flight of stairs and the camera's at the bottom of the stairs. And then you'd see a baker and he'd be at the top of the stairs with food. And he'd say, 12 raspberry custard pies. And then he'd take a step and he'd do a header down an entire flight of stairs and end up covered in blood, brain tissue, and the treat that he was that real? Was that real? Hold on a second. That was weird. Like, why is that on my head right now? Sesame Street. Baker falling downstairs. It came right up. Hold on. This guy, okay, you guys aren't going to believe this. You weren't born in the 70s. You don't remember this shit. This is what they put us through. And it really did happen. Okay, here we go. Watch this.
One wedding cake. Two chocolate cream pies.
Jesus Christ. He's going to do this 10 times?
3 birthday cakes.
Fucking watch your step. See, this is the thing. Like, this is what's going to happen to me. I'm waking up. It's dark. Trying to go down the stairs. Get the cat on the stairs. What's he going to do for 4? Oh, shit. They're glass. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh. What is the purpose of this? All right, he does it 10 more. He does it 5 more times. He does it 10 times in total. I don't understand. I don't understand why I was seeing that as a child. I don't understand. It's weird. And it's creepy. Like, it's filmed all fuzzy and everything. Like, it's like I wasn't meant to see it. Like, it's fetishist. It's something weird that I wasn't meant to find. I feel dirty looking at it. Anyway, white people, this is the thing. White people, you assume that it's white people digging up these mummies, and it isn't. It isn't white people. They're actually Egyptians. This is what this is all about. So you're clueless. New York Post is calling you clueless. The coffins hailing from the Pharaonic late period were in pristine condition thanks to a protective seal that preserved them over the centuries. Mustafa Waziri, the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, told Reuters. Archaeologists will continue opening coffins. This is a threat. Archaeologists will continue opening coffins and will continue to study their contents no matter what people of color say. That's what he's saying. They're going to do it. It doesn't matter what you guys say. You can complain about it. Look at them. Look at this person of color. All white people with their cameras up. Just laughing. That really does look like I don't know why, looks like a white guy in there. It's like Michael Jackson, maybe. A waste of time. A complete waste of time. Why are you digging up mummies? It's gross. What does it smell like? All right, so that's mummy news, guys. I've got a lot of thoughts about that. I'm sure that you guys do too. Pilgrim Media says, EVS, you feel creepy and sticky. Yeah, you would. If you fell down the stairs, it's gross. That is gross. You act like they're Abu Ghraibing them, says Sarkhan DM. I don't know what they're doing. Do you know what they're doing? I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know what they're doing with these mummies. I don't trust these guys. They're okay. So Reese Donald says, I'd assume jerky. He thinks they smell like jerky. Backgoat says, Jesus, a dude makes money by falling downstairs on camera and kids laugh at him. I'm embarrassed of being Gen X. Backgoat, it changed everybody's life. We all saw that stuff. We all saw the crazy psychedelia of Sesame Street. Did somebody do Sesame Street Fighter yet? I would like to see Capcom's Sesame Street Fighter. And I don't know if it's been done. I'm sure it has. Everything's been done, but Sesame Street Fighter, like choose your fighter. I would choose to be Snuffleupagus. Or the Count. Yeah, Count bites. He has sharp teeth. You got a vampire. They got the undead living on Sesame Street in the ghetto. Hasn't figured out how to count yet. Obsessive compulsive disorder. Christopher Gorey says, of course they made the black guy fall. Was that guy black that was falling? Sesame Street Fighter. Does it exist? You guys look it up and tell me if it does exist, because you would be Super Grover. Oscar, you'd be Oscar the Grouch. Oscar the Grouch would be okay, too. Big Bird would lay a smackdown. I would love that. I don't know why you couldn't do that. Like, why wouldn't Sesame Street let you fight? I just personally want to beat the shit out of Elmo. And I don't care who does it. Like, just as long as you're Elmo, I'll be anybody else. I want to be Mr. Hooper. I want to be Zombie Hooper. Why are you guys saying I don't see color? Of course I do. Of course I do. Snuffleupagus. Cumberbatch Pepperpot says EVS was distracted by the desserts. Well, I resent it. I'm just kind of like, I don't understand why they're throwing all the desserts around. It's silly. All right, so let me get to this too. This is the title of the stream. It's not really what I want to talk about, but I got to talk about it. Deltaverse Comics says, I'd pick Super Grover. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Deltaverse Comics. He says, hail Comicsgate. Hail to you. Hail to Deltaverse Comics, and happy birthday. Rock Frin joined the channel. Thank you so much, Rock Frin. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our beautiful YouTube channel. Now, this is the epitome of YouTube right here. This is what it's all about. All right, let me see here. Dr. Coffinail says, if you run out of firewood, toss a mummy on the fire. Just saying. Let me help you get to heaven faster. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Jesus Christ. Did you? No, do not do that, especially if you're a white person. Do not do that. Not in 2020, especially not. Visigoth says, I would pick the autistic purple girl. Yeah, they had an autistic Muppet, a Muppet with autism. She didn't last long. She was only in like 1 or 2 episodes. I watched Sesame Street, It's gotten much better since it's been on HBO. A lot more nudity, a lot more bad language. 200 Watt Studio says, Oscar the Grouch, a red or orange lantern? He wouldn't be an orange lantern. He'd probably be a red lantern. He'd be a red lantern. Nerdy Girl Create says, you missed my super chat. I know, I probably missed a bunch of them while I was talking about white people. Hold on a second. When you complain about white people, you kind of go off on a tangent. And I know I kind of did. Let me see about finding out. I'm losing so many subs. Every time I look at my YouTube, I dread looking at my YouTube. YouTube is punishing my channel. People are fleeing from my channel in droves. It's just Ethan yelling about white people again. Got to unsubscribe. Captain, by the way, check and see if you're still subscribed. And if you are not, hold on a second. Check and see if you guys. We've got 1,229 people here Saturday morning. That's a lot of people here. Check and see if you. Check and see if you're still subscribed. Did YouTube unsubscribe any of you? Is YouTube unsubscribing my loyal fans, my customer base? I got people saying I didn't get a notification. I don't know what's going on anymore. Ethan's talking about important things. You think Tim Pool's talking about these? He's not talking about this. The only person that's condemning white people for digging up mummies, and I don't know what they're doing with the mummies. We're speculating about that. Is me. I'm the only one. Check and see if you're still subscribed. If you are not subscribed, subscribe to this channel right now. Fed up of it. I'm sick and tired of YouTube screwing everybody over. How dare they? All right, good. Everybody's still subscribed. All right. Let's see. Captain Chokeout says you look handsome in your cravat. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Of course, they made a black eye fall. Fat Steven Seagal says, Ethan, is your waistline also under siege? #hungry. Well Hung and Dung says, this is like aborting someone's funeral. Yeah, kind of, a little bit. Cloud9 Ninja says, ironically, the genetics of the pharaohs were recently revealed to be Western European. So we are technically digging up our own ancestors, LOL, lol. Every time I thought of, well, here's the thing. I mean, every time I seen the Egyptians on TV, they're white guys. And it makes sense. They're just white people. They've got slaves. They're enslaving people, making them build pyramids and stuff. And now there's the thing, like, were Egyptians people of color? Well, I don't know. I kind of don't think so. I just don't think people of color are weird enough to mummify crocodiles. I can't picture it now. I can't picture it then. I think white people would do that. You think, first of all, we see examples of this right now. Like, do you think there are any people of color who have ever employed taxidermy? Are there black people who would ever stuff their pet? Can you imagine? I don't think so. I think that's something white people do. Oh, my cat died. Let me turn my cat into a statue. But there's hold on a second here. This brings me to this point of view. Okay. Now, this is something that I promise you only white people do this. Okay. There's no way this is how you know Egyptians were white people, because they're mummifying their cats, they're mummifying crocodiles, they're mummifying animals, and black people would never do that. And you can see examples of that now and today. I mean, would you take your dead cat and turn your dead cat into a drone? Very few people would. This is modern Egyptology right here. He took his dead cat. By the way, back Shane Davis's Starlight cats. And he made his cat into a drone. He's literally sending his cat to the heavens. Yeah, you'll notice they're white people. What the holy hell is that? It's an ostrich. I rest my case. I rest my case. I can't believe the things that white people get up to. Why would you do that? Why would you make your cat into a drone? Why would you make your cat into an airplane when it dies? So anyway, yeah, people of color, stop claiming the Egyptians. You would never do that. You would never do any of this. Egyptians were definitely white people. And I apologize for us. On behalf of white people, I apologize. I want to speak for all white people from now on. I think I'd be good at it. I would apologize. I'd be like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'd take responsibility. Take full responsibility for these people who are making drones out of their dogs and cats. Cloud9 Ninja says, okay, I read that one. Bird Gang says, hey, whites, leave those tombs alone. Leave those tombs alone. All in all, you're just, yeah. Nerdy Girl creates. Here's your super chat, and thank you for it. For $5, she says, it's 2020. They shouldn't dig mummies up this year anyhow. COVID. Why are we digging mummies up during a pandemic? That's another thing I want to know. Why would they do that? 2020 is, it's a very pivotal year. A lot of bad stuff's happening this year. Eddie Van Halen died. That was messed up. Phil Collins is going to die. You guys, you heard it from me first. I mean, I don't want to alarm you, but took a look at Phil Collins, who was on tour. Phil Collins is not looking good. He's just not looking good. But he went on tour, and I was like, yeah, here's the thing. Like, I didn't know about Eddie Van Halen dying because I didn't know he was sick. I saw him not too long ago. He looked great. He was playing great. Phil Collins, I took my eye off the ball, I saw him on tour. I went on YouTube. I was looking up. I decided to just check in on my friends in the pop music business. So I looked at Phil Collins. He's not looking so great. I looked at Sinead O'Connor, who is dressed like Mother Teresa now. She's not looking good either. She was in New Jersey in a motel crying out for help. I was going to go visit her. And that was just last year. Sinead O'Connor was like in a motel room, like a cheap motel in New Jersey. She's on Twitter going, help me. I'm not feeling good about myself. Here's where I am. And I was like, I'll go see Sinead O'Connor. She's okay now. I mean, she was on tour earlier this year too, but she's, man, I'll tell you, got to keep your eye on people. What do you mean she's never looked good? Sinead O'Connor used to be hot. Sinead O'Connor was actually legitimately hot, like Sinatra said, for a bald chick. She was hot. Yeah. Who else was I looking at? Oh, yeah, Ace of Base. I was looking at Ace of Base to make sure they're okay. They seem to be all right. Don't worry about Ace of Base. Swedish people, especially women, they do all right. They're fine. All right, so here's what I was told. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Still got some more super chats to read. CFan85 says, have you seen the Patterns of Evidence film series? No, what is that about? What is Patterns of Evidence? Why do I want to see it? I kind of do want to see it. You've never seen Sinead or Phil in the same place. That's interesting. Yeah, they both kind of do look the same. Now more than ever. Like now they really look the same. But they, let's see. You'd save Sinead, but you wouldn't do a three-legged race with Preston. Three-legged race with Preston Poulter. No, I wouldn't do that. I would definitely save Sinead O'Connor. I would not save Preston Poulter. No, I wouldn't. I got to think about a situation in which I'd be like, all right, I'd save. I would not save him. House of R says, did you shake anyone's hand again? No, I've been isolated. I promise you, I have not done that. Okay. Cumberbatch Pepperpot says, Mamma Mia was the worst thing I've ever seen. I didn't see Mamma Mia. I can't. Here's the thing about ABBA. I like ABBA. By the way, ABBA, I like ABBA, but I can't listen to their songs ever again. I like them. They're good songs. But if you put ABBA on, I'm going to turn it off. And, don't like it. It's their songs are good, but they're overplayed enough. And if you play, do you hear the drums, Fernando? Like, that's my least favorite song. And if you play Mamma Mia, here I go again, I'm turning that off too. And I might hurt you. Christopher Gorey says Preston Pegger. So somehow we switched on to Preston Poulter. I don't know how that happened. Yeah. No, I would much rather listen to Sweet Home Alabama than anything from ABBA. Much rather. I'll listen to that. That song still sounds good. Sweet. Somebody tell Neil Young, Southern man don't need him around anyhow. Don't need Neil Young. Fuck you, Neil Young. I've said that for a long time. Neil Young, fuck you. I'm not even from the South. Tell Neil Young New Jersey doesn't need him around either. Sancticon DM says, trade all K-pop to get Van Halen back. I don't get K-pop. It's weird. K-pop is taking all of Asia and turning young men into women. Young women. All right, hold on. Before I get back to super chats, let's they have all these little boys. You got girls going, oh my God, those little boys are they look like little, they all look the same. They look like little girls. Impossible Stars graphic novel by your boy Zach. Have you backed this? Have you backed Impossible Stars, the graphic novel? Do you care? Have you a part in the deepest emotion of Zach's heart? Why not back Impossible Stars right now? Why not do it? He's at $63,000. He's only 3 backers away from 1,200. You could be one of those 3 backers to push him over the line to 1,200. 1,200 backers. And then Zach will have as many backers as I lost on blackjack last night. As many dollars as I lost in blackjack. One single hand. Son of a bitch. I could have bought so many pies with $1,200. I don't want to think about that for too long. Graham Nolan's The Chenoo. Have you backed Graham Nolan's The Chenoo? You know. Yeah. I told Andrea that I didn't lose at blackjack, but Chenoo. You know. Chenoo. Graham Nolan's The Chenoo. $79,079. Back the Chenoo. Get this and get the snow globe. Look at Graham Nolan. You know, got some handsome people in Comicsgate. I like this too. I like the idea of buying Graham a beer. Yeah, you could say I don't want to buy the Chenoo, but I'll buy Graham a beer. Why wouldn't you do that? Why are you guys booing me just because of my pun? Don't. Yeah. Thomas Moria, Wizard for Hire. Totally awesome. Stefani Rene. Brazilian man. I don't know why Brazilians are all really good at drawing. I don't know why that is, but they are. Like the best comic book artists are in Brazil. Fantastic artwork. He did a couple of Cyberfrog pieces for me. I will be reproducing those soon. Sharing them with you in the form of trading cards or something like that. So back this beautiful comic book. Back Shane Davis's Starlight Cats. None of these cats are dead. None of these cats are drones. No white people turn these cats into drones that I know of yet. But now that you see this, you'll never stop thinking about those drones. Is this little girl a drone? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't no. You wouldn't take your mummified daughter and no, you wouldn't do that. Fuck, that's sick. You never know, though, with white people. You never know what they're up to. Hammerella, Thundersmoke by Ryan Wynn. I started talking about this a couple days ago. I was on the Alterna show and discovered Hammerella, which is basically like, remember Thor when Thor was a woman? Like that sucked. Here it is done right. Here's female Thor. And she's like cool, I guess. She's not, I don't know. Fuck all that. This looks good. Back Ryan Wynn in his book Hammerella. And back my book, Cyberfrog Warts and All. Why haven't you backed it yet? We could be at $330,000 right now, and that would shut them up. I've got everybody in comics saying Ethan's never going to get to $330,000 on Cyberfrog Warts and All. And I'm like, you guys don't know my backers. You guys don't know the people who watch my YouTube show. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. And everyone's laughing at me, calling me names, calling me fat and gay, and saying, call me a pie eater, saying you'll never get to 330,000. I don't know what to say. I believe in myself and you. I keep my head held high, but God, they're really annoying. That's why I'm trying to change their minds on Twitter by tweeting some wise shit. Let me see how it's going, by the way. Let me refresh this. How's my wisdom being received? So this is more than just disrespectful. It's the equivalent of ripping someone out of heaven. I said, let me see what people are saying. I got 2 quote tweets. I got 67 likes, 10 retweets. Where the hell has Cecil been? What does that have to do with anything? D Pastry says another great original statement by EVS, but digging them up isn't just destroying their bodies. Pretty sure they just need the bodies to get them to the afterlife, not stay there. But knowledge of their existence is required, so this exposure is good. I feel like I've been ripped out of heaven. Ooh, ah, ah. I think that's a song by that short guy. What's that guy's name? Uptown Funk. Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is the smallest guy I've ever seen in my life. You know, I watch him go Uptown Funk, gonna give it to you. Hold on. And he's real, like, you picture him as being pretty tall or just regular, but he's not. He's a midget. Bruno Mars is like a legitimate hobbit. People like don't believe me when I say that. You guys, of course, you don't even know what I'm talking about because you don't like pop music or anything like that. But let me just show you. Bruno Mars is a legitimate. You're listening to somebody who is an expert on midgetry, and I've been looking at midgets my whole life. You know, mental midgets. This is Bruno Mars compared to Taylor Swift. Don't even tell me that isn't a hobbit. Look at him. He looks like the award. Look at Taylor Swift. She's not that tall either. Everyone's outraged by, everyone's surprised. And he's got like I got to get a hat like this. That's a Smokey the Bear hat. Where do you get a Smokey the Bear hat? I would wear that. So, like I said, in the field of midgetry, Bruno Mars is, he's up there. Uptown Funk. Gonna give it to you. You know, it's like a child. He's the height of, like, look, he looks like her son. She looks like Mama is really proud of her son. All right, anyway, warts and all. Cyberfrog warts and all. The link's in the description. If you would back that, that'd be great. But if not, back Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet and get the Salamander and Frog toy. Get the PVC. This, by the way, this PVC toy comes with every edition of Cyberfrog Wreck Planet. And people are saying, wait, if I buy 2 copies of Cyberfrog Wreck Planet, how many toys do I get? And the answer is 2. It's pretty simple. Like every copy of Wreck Planet that you purchase here, you will get 1 toy. So you'll get 2 toys if you buy 2 copies of Wreck Planet. Guess how many you get if you order 3? You'll get 3. 3 different toys, 3 frog toys. And then you can come here and you can actually back, we just picked up another backer. Thank you. You can back and you can get the Salamandroid toy as well, which is absolutely beautiful. You need to back Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet. You need to have the next chapter of this comic book. You need it. And you need to anticipate the Cyberfrog action figure, which is going to be here soon. I'm going to have it to show you. Look at him. He's like ready for action. He's ready to fight. He's ready to fight the Vespus. This Cyberfrog action figure is coming. This has not been painted yet. I wonder if somebody would paint this for me. I gotta find somebody who paints Cyberfrog. Look at him. It's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna put Cyberfrog here. No, I'm going to put him over here where you can't see him. Yeah, it is a big front. Eric McIntyre says, why is Ethan holding Bruno Mars? No, that was Cyberfrog. That wasn't Bruno Mars. That was Cyberfrog. They're roughly the same height. But they're not, yeah. They're not the same. Not at all. All right, let me get back to super chats by you guys. Damn it, Whitey, says Chris W. That's like he spent $5 to curse Whitey, or to curse it on behalf of, because of Whitey. Snarkcon DM for $2 says, we exhume and open them to find Hillary's emails. That's 30,000 emails. Sean Tillman wants to know what white people are doing now. I told you, white people are out of control, Sean. You know, very entitled, these white people. Tank Ferret says, I got it. Ethan is Evan Skyver, founder of Frogatology. I need a captain hat, says Cumberbatch Pepperpot. Stickers, helmet, living chart, dressed like the Kingpin. I have all the variants of Blood Honey, dressed like Meatloaf. Good sir, been fascinated by. Hi, does everyone back now? Member card coming along? Female. Just checking. I'm going down and making sure I've read all the super chats because you never know. Last few hours to buy a Comicsgate can koozie, #1. Can koozie in crowdfunding history only on Indiegogo, says Stupendous 989. Fo Chung says, you are a good man, EBS. May your children inherit the earth. Snatchface the Fool says, no, you don't want to get out of the Camaro, fatty. Spirit Scar says, the notorious Monero. Okay, so we read that one. All right, I think I'm all caught up now. Let me just refresh. Super chats are serious. You guys, there are some people who won't even read super chats, and when they read them, they act like it's a big problem. I read them all carefully. I consider them. You steer the direction of the show if you send me an interesting one. I'm appreciative of super chats. I'm like, thank you very much. Let me read your super chat. People are making fun of Preston Poulter here. Let's see. Christopher Gorey says, if you were forced to save Whale Simone, bring a tow truck. So if you have to save Whale Simone, you're going to need a tow truck, says Christopher. Forklift. Lord Rich Speck says, I'm waiting on my awesome all caps beanie. Saving up funds for the hoodie right now. Thank you for letting us represent Comicsgate in style, Uncle E. Well, we're all about style. We've always been. Comicsgate is all about style. Angry Baneling says, hey, EVS, I'm looking at my watch and I'm happy to say that it's time to praise the sun. You're shining like Vi Canis Majoris today. Canis Majoris. V-I-V-Y, Canis Majoris. I don't know what that is. What is that? Demogenize here. He says, needs 763 more hours for monetization. Swing by for a watch. He says, great show as usual, brother. Thank you, Demogeni. Fragaboom comes by for some morning, I think bacon. I think he's given me some strips of bacon there, which I appreciate. I did not have anything. I did. I ate something this morning. I had some chicken this morning. CFan85 says, a captain's hat, sacrilege. And I need a fedora. Fedora's all the way. Eric Lavoie says, Comicsgate Artist Portal. CG Artist Portal. Eric Lavoie is working. Eric Lavoie is working on a new thing so that, we can all kind of, if you need an artist, you need a letterer, you need a colorist. He's going to have a portal, a website that's going to introduce these people to each other. Build a lot of creative teams that way. Eric Lavoie is very clever. He's very clever. Not clever enough to put the link in the chat, though, for people who are interested. Eric Lavoie, what a dummy. Bob Bug with one eye is king says, I sent a super chat in another dimension. Bob, shut up. All you do is put fat pictures of me up there. And you denigrate this show. Bob, you do not contribute anything of worth to this show. You contribute denigration. I dismiss you, sir. I dismiss your bullshit. I dismiss it. Kung Fu has the right attitude. Hey, EVS, you rock, brother. Thank you so much. What a relief. Okay, so what are we talking about? I sent a super chat, says Job of the Cut. I'm not reading those curses. I'm not going to read them. And by the way, Bob, Bug with one eye is king. You are not as good as Jabba the Cuck is. Jabba the Cuck is running Jabba the Cuck contributes to this show. He lies. He makes me, I got to chase my tail because he's like, I sent a super chat. No, he didn't send a super chat. But he adds to the fun of the show. I don't think Bob does. Memnon says, don't read Jabba's super chat. I won't. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it at all. Okay. What was I talking about? Let's talk about bronies. Let's talk about Snyder bronies. What is this here? Why am I reading a Bleeding Cool article? Snyder bronies come for Doc Shaner over controversial Superman opinion, which I share. I share this opinion. I don't care. I've talked about this many times. I think Doc Shaner, who is a cock Shaner. I think he's a Doc Shaner, Dick Shaner. This guy's out there. He said he denigrated Comicsgate, so we have to make fun of him a little bit. We got to call him names. Very puerile. Be puerile and call him names. But I share this opinion. He's got to understand. I'm with him on this. These Snyder bronies, you can come for me too. Superstar comic book artist Doc Shaner found himself beset this week by Snyder bronies, the hardcore fans of Zack Snyder. Are there hardcore fans of Zack Snyder now? Are there any here? Like, are you guys hardcore fans of Zack Snyder? I mean, I think some people probably think he's okay, but I'd be amazed if they're like hardcore fans. Looking at the chat. All right, this is it. After tweeting that Superman shouldn't be depicted with glowing red eyes unless he's using his heat vision. I've said this all along. The entire reason this happens is because of Jim Lee. Jim Lee started this shit. Shaner wasn't responding to a prompt from TKO Comics. No, he was responding to a prompt from TKO Comics looking for controversial comics takes. But Shaner couldn't have known he'd provoke the wrath of legions of Snyder bronies. His collective tweeting abilities forced Warner Brothers earlier this year to agree to release the Snyder Cut, a version of the failed 2017 film. I like that he says the failed. Jude Terror, good for you. Failed 2017 film Justice League that restores Zack Snyder's vision. Shaner goes, "No more showing Superman with glowing red eyes just because he's angry. He's either using heat vision or he's not." Snyder bronies swarm Shaner's mentions. The artist issued a plea for understanding, tweeting, "If you're about to reply to the above tweet, I'm not trying to take away your Superman. It's a visual cue in comics that I think is played out now, but it's my opinion, and I'm not rolling out some kind of edict for everyone's interpretation of him. I'm praying you read this." I hate these people. I really do. So he's got to say Superman's eyes should not turn red unless he's about to use his heat vision. That's 100% correct. Red eyes traditionally indicates something evil, at least in DC Comics. If your eyes turn red, it's because you're possessed by I don't know, the devil. I don't know what it means. Lately, Superman's eyes have turned red. Superman's got to have a friendly face like this. Ah! He's got to have a friendly face that you can trust. That's Superman. So when his eyes turn red and he looks like something out of Exorcist 3, then, it's less pleasant. His eyes turn red when he's about to use his heat vision, and he only uses his heat vision to fix the railroad tracks so that a train doesn't get derailed. That's what he uses it for. He melts the tracks together. He wouldn't use it like, God, I was watching The Boys. He wouldn't use his heat vision to cut people in half while they're running away. I don't think he would do that. I get it. I understand that Homelander would and does. I mean, that's who he is. But anyway, Superman should not do that. I don't know what this is. Like, why does this happen? Getting serious now. I think these Snyder bronies, there's Doc Shaner's coming from kind of the right place here. Like, it's like, no, he's a good guy. And you got the Snyder bronies who are just like, they don't understand what heroism, they don't understand goodness. All right, so let's see. However, Snyder bronies, known for their perseverance in demanding the Snyder Cut after alleged fake feminist Joss Whedon replaced all of Zack Snyder's badass Superman scenes in Justice League with scenes where Cyborg says booyah, continued to respond, prompting Shaner to add, also, oh man, I hope you take the time to scroll down to this. Oh God, please. DCEU Snyder fans, I'm not talking about any of that. I have no problem with you liking that take on the character. It's okay. I don't know why so many of you think I'm talking about that. You gotta beg for mercy. You have like a dumb comic book opinion and you gotta beg for mercy. You got to beg that people people don't take it the wrong way, don't take it personally and start crying at you. Well, I mean, that's what Twitter's for, right? I mean, all right, here we go. Let's Superman is never permitted to have red eyes unless he's using his heat vision to restore a statue that Antifa pulled down. Be more specific about that. A statue, all right, let's just make that clear. Civil War era statue that Antifa pulled down. And yes, that means if you're a Snyder brony, never type anything. And did I spell Snyder brony right? Snyder brony. Your opinions and likes are invalid and will be dismissed. Okay. All right. So let's tweet that out. See, I'm not Doc Shaner. Like, I want to actually, I mean, I don't hold that opinion necessarily, but look at him crying about this. At one point, the nonstop barrage of Snyder brownies defending Bay Snyder and his belief that you have to be living in a fucking dream world to think superheroes in the real world wouldn't murder people and commit atrocities and need to wake the fuck up caused Shaner to briefly deactivate his Twitter account. He deactivated his Twitter account because of his opinion about Superman's red eyes. Though he soon returned to say, "Good grief, folks, I'm fine. I was just getting a headache from Twitter, so I deactivated it for a couple of hours to avoid the temptation of seeing how many people are calling me boring." Just fucking... He continued, "If you know me, you know that this has been equal parts humbling and horrifying. Thank you for the kind words. You're allowed to have opinions, just like you're allowed to take a break from this site whenever." Hold on a second. What the fuck is going on? Where have all the gentlemen gone? Where have men gone? Where have they gone? Where have they gone? This guy, who is a comic book artist, he just expresses a perfectly normal opinion. I share that opinion. Superman's red eyes look menacing, so they should be used sparingly. Superman should never look like he's evil or mean. And then Snyder bronies come out and say, you're saying that superheroes aren't like Zack Snyder says they'd be, to which you should say, yes, I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying. Fuck off. Fuck you and your mother and your father. Fuck you. Your old family. Fuck you. That's all. That's what you should say. And instead, like, a swarm of nincompoops come in there and they attack Doc Shaner. And Doc Shaner, instead of having fun with it, gets a headache and just he undoes his Twitter and he apologizes to everyone. I don't know how I did it. Zach tells me this all the time. Zach goes, "I don't know how you survived in comics for so long. I really don't know how you did it with these people." And I got to say, I don't know how I did either. No idea how I did it, because that kind of attitude is commonplace. Being away from it, kind of freeing yourself from having to be in the clutches of these people has been beneficial to me. It's been good for my mental health. But going back and looking at it now, it's oh my God. Oh, it's just terrible. Matt Cisco says I'm stress eating. No, I'm just eating for fun. Isaac Lavinia is screaming about limited edition koozies. What are you talking about? James K says, "Aren't you afraid you'll get pie in your suit? Yes, I'm always afraid of that. But I'm not eating pie right now. I would probably put on a pie eating outfit if I were going to do that. All right, let's do we go back to this? Let me just finish it off. It's stupid. Then we'll get back to what we're really here to talk about. He goes on and on. Other comic book professionals came to Shaner's defense against the armies of enraged Snyder bronies who took umbrage with his opinion. This is Superman, says artist Mitch Gerards, tweeted along with a drawing of Superman. The nicest guy in the fictional world. This is drawn by Doc Shaner. The actual nicest guy in the real world. Learn the difference. Grow up. Gerards added, quoting a Snyder brony who was actually using a Doc Shaner drawing of Superman for his profile pic. Imagine being so inept that you go after the guy who literally drew your profile pic because you don't like his comic book opinion. This goes on and on and on. Gail Simone weighs in here, so to speak. When Gail Simone has an opinion, she weighs in. The Superman story I did with Doc Shaner is one of my favorite things ever, said Bucktooth writer Ron Mars. Jackass Ron Mars. Anybody who is a jackass to Doc, A, doesn't understand Superman at all, and B, can bite me. Everybody, Ron's an adult. Ron Mars is an adult. I mean, he's got to be in his 50s, maybe even 60. Can bite me, he says. Superstar writer Gail Simone, however, facetiously sided with the Snyder bronies. Doc Shaner, why do you hate America? I gotta get. I can't do it anymore. I can't. Hold on. There's stupid anti-humor. The fake opinions, the childish responses to any criticism at all, passive-aggressive bullshit. That's toxicity. That's actual real toxicity there. That is painful. Everything's okay. Is everything all right, guys? Are we all right here? Eat my shorts, man. Bite me. Superstar writer Gail Simone. Get bent, brother, says Ronan. Get bent. I can't. I got to stay away from these people. I've got to just stay away from them. They're all crazy. Big children. Big nerdy children. Oh, my God. Does anybody want to come with me to the most haunted spot in New Jersey? Does anybody want to come? I'm thinking about going to worship the devil. It's in New Jersey, the most haunted spot in New Jersey, right here, Devil's Tree. It doesn't even look that devilish anymore. It actually looks like a rather nice spot. Devil's Tree, 181 Mountain Road, Basking Ridge. Out of context, the tree's silhouette alone is enough to inspire nightmares. Not really, not really. A warped half-dead oak looming in the middle of a lonely field with dozens of axe marks lining its trunk. Then there's the gruesome history, a purported meeting place for the KKK here. There's no KKK in New Jersey, are there? There's no KKK here. Or maybe there is, I don't know. Notorious suicide site and rumored gateway to the depths of hell. The Devil's Tree is infamous among locals and has evolved into a chilling tourist attraction. Legend has it, anyone who harms the tree will suffer swift and violent retribution. So naturally, it has become a tradition for ballsy young teens across the Garden State to pee on its trunk. But do so at your own risk. You just might lose your life or your manhood. It's going to grab your dick. To the tree sinister curse. Also, that's just unsanitary. All right, so thinking about going, taking you guys to this tree. This is the spookiest spot in New Jersey, guys. Right here. I don't care. I'll chop the tree down. I'm not afraid of any curses. And if this is a portal to hell, that'd be kind of cool if it was a portal to hell. What if there's a portal here to hell, and you could throw people down there? It doesn't even look that weird. Why is it? It's just a tree, right? I mean, was it really, or is the KKK in New Jersey? Hold on, I got to check this out and find out. I ask, is the KKK in New Jersey? History of the Ku Klux Klan in New Jersey on Wikipedia. The Ku Klux Klan has had a history in the U.S. state of New Jersey since the early part of the 1920s. The Klan was active in areas of Trenton and Camden. Camden, that's where Cyberfrog lives. And also, it also had a presence in several of the state's northern counties in the 1920s. Had most of its members in Monmouth County. Monmouth County is where the Rosenbergs were. You know, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg. They worked at the army there, for the army there. Operated a resort in Wall Township. I don't know where that is. Wow, KKK's in New Jersey, but New Jersey's a blue state. We're all Democrats here. Oh. Yeah. Cecil says the most haunted place in New York is my ass. Francis Barrett says, I don't trust Wikipedia, but he's wearing a Reagan Bush 84 hat, so I trust him, though. Ugh, my family's from Monmouth County. Monmouth County is actually kind of cool. Like, they have dinosaur bones there. You know, if you want to go fossil hunting, I'll take you guys there. I mean to take you there at some point. We'll dig up fossils. DW says, EVS, did you hear the latest mummy news? I did. We did a whole thing about it. Were you here? Did you miss it? You might have missed the mummy news that we discussed today. All right, so what can I tell you? Fuck these Snyder bronies and all of their concerns. Sick of it. Let's move on. Hold on, let me read super chats first, if there are any. I can't believe you guys gave me money for the past half hour. Worthless. I was absolutely worthless. Snarkticon DM says, I thought Gail Simone's crotch was the Hellgate. Okay, I just got to read them, guys. I mean, this is the thing. Like, just because I'm reading a super chat doesn't mean I agree with it, but like maybe I do. I'm just reading them. You guys, you send them, I read them. That's YouTube etiquette. Baptist 702 says, do you see Comicsgate becoming a major comic book company? Or do you think it's best to remain decentralized for the sake of keeping SJWs from taking it over? Yeah, Comicsgate is not a comic book company. It never will be. All Caps Comics will become a major comic book company. Most certainly. It most certainly will. But Comicsgate's just a philosophy. I don't think every comic skater is going to get together and make a comic book company. And not only that, comic book companies are, you know, I mean, the past. The idea isn't to get together and become one. It's to kind of just provide freedom to be able so that individuals can do whatever they want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to fight so that individuals cannot be mark weighted out of doing whatever it is that they want to do in comics. So yes, we will remain decentralized. There is no centralism, except for All Caps Comics, which is my comic book company. You know, Comicsgate's just everybody being allowed to do what you want to do, under the understanding that the customers come first. P. Callan says, EVS, with your hair combed, you look just like the old man with the shovel from Home Alone. Thank you, Pete Callan, I guess. Pilgrim Media says, EVS, you missed my $5 super chat. Please dress as Santa. Well, I always do. I mean, I dress like Santa every year. I'll grow my beard out a lot more before Christmas. Don't you guys worry. Fragaboom says, got my brother's card and Cyberfrog sticker. I thank you, E. Well, thank you, Dan. Thank you. Deltaverse Comics says, still subbed and a member, almost a year. Wrench birthday gift. I don't see why I wouldn't make you a wrench. You know, whoever wants to be a wrench, I kind of just wrench them, but it has to be convenient. Like, I have to be able to see your tweet and then just press it. And I don't see your tweet. I don't see it on the screen. Seems like you haven't, or not tweet. Seems like you haven't commented in a while. Chris Seeley says, hey, EVS, when are you going to make How to Draw the Van Sciver Way? That's a good question. A few people asking me to do that. A lot of people saying we need more. We need a book. We need a video on how to be more like you. I understand. I do understand. Let me think about that. Christopher Gorey says, kindly give the giant marshmallow from the Ghostbusters his outfit back. What? I don't look anything like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, except when I'm naked, and then kind of. Jameson Jones says, did you hear about Yelp labeling companies racist? I did, and it pisses me off. Yelp is just basically saying, hey, if we hear about racist behavior, we're going to label, like on Yelp, we'll put a warning that there have been racist complaints about this company. It's fucking ridiculous. We've got to stop empowering SJWs to ruin people with allegations of racism. It really is everything that liberals used to complain about the Red Scare. The Red Scare was people allegedly calling each other communists. Most of them were actual communists, by the way. I mean, there would only be a Red Scare if you were red, if you were a communist. A lot of people were communists. Very few people are racist. Very few people are active racists. I think a lot of people are tribal. I think a lot of people might behave subconsciously, but overt racism is something that's kind of rare. At least on my part, I'm a delight. So, but it can be weaponized, and Yelp is going to weaponize allegations of racism to ruin people's businesses. So it's just another weapon. It's another arrow for SJWs to use to ruin people. Oh, now we can just say we don't like this guy. For whatever reason, we can allege that he's racist. That's going to go in their Yelp reviews to ruin their business. Crazy. I mean, these people have to be stopped. We've got another election. I'm hoping this election goes our way, but I don't know if it will. Everybody's confident about it. I was not. Here's the thing, though. I wasn't confident in 2016 either. I was definitely. I've always been a Republican. I was definitely a Trump supporter in every way, but I thought we were going to lose by a landslide. Just like I kind of feel like everybody's saying we're going to lose by a landslide again. It'd be miraculous if we won again. Trump won again, it'd be amazing. But losing is a dreadful thought. I mean, these people cannot be given power. They are out of control. I do worry about it. Enoch Mammon for $10 says Camden is the home to the Triple Ks and Cyberfrog. You're actually adjacent to whiteists within driving distance, at least. Yeah, Camden's not too far away. I don't know why the KKK would ever go there. It's a burned out. Camden's a mess. Camden's a fucking mess, dude. You do not want to go to Camden. That's the only place in New Jersey. Cyberfrog could easily hide in Camden. Easily. That's why he hides there. Hey, hail Ethan, chat. Thanks for the Heather Swain card. Says Mitch Rockage. You're welcome. You are definitely welcome. Thank you for joining the channel. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Yelp thing, again, this is just, the idea that you would just allow people to allege the most evil thing about your business on a website. It's so irresponsible. It really is irresponsible. It empowers people who do not deserve trust. It empowers people who already have been shown to act in bad faith, who already are known and have been seen to utterly destroy people's lives for political reasons, not out of any justified reason. I mean, what business is, actively racist? And, for example, there was the Starbucks in Philadelphia, which last year they asked a guy to leave. He was in there. He wasn't buying coffee. He was just using Starbucks. He was sitting at a table. I think they asked him to leave 3 times. He wouldn't leave. So they called the police, and the police came and took him out. Well, the guy was black. So next thing you know, you've got Black Lives Matter protesters out there, causing trouble, yelling, alleging that this was racist. It was I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think loitering is a thing. But that business would be destroyed. So I don't know. I find it to be pretty obnoxious. Let's see. Larry's Comics is here. He says, if the election doesn't go their way, Mind are going to use Yelp to start burning. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I disagree with it. I disagree with the, it's a tricky thing because it's like I'm kind of like a liberal. I'm a more liberal Republican when it comes to social attitudes. I'm cool. Like I despise racism. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of white supremacy. But at the same time, and a slogan like Black Lives Matter, it's like I get it. Like I understand that. Like people might be feeling as though they're treated differently because of the color of their skin. Whether or not that's true, I think it's true sometimes. It's got to be true sometimes. Is it true all the time? Or no, it couldn't be. But I understand Black Lives Matter. I really will not support what they're doing. I'm not going to be a part of that. I'm not going to be supportive of the rioting and the looting and the burning, and it's mostly all white kids doing this anyway. I don't understand why there are these white kids who are out there standing in front of SUVs and flipping them off. I will run over somebody who stands in front of my SUV. You shouldn't. That's not a safe place to be. If you're standing in front of my SUV and flipping me off, I will run you over. I promise you. That's my warning. I will step on the gas and then I might put it in reverse. That's the worst part, when I put it in reverse. I forgot something. So I got to put it in reverse to go pick up what I forgot. Throw my bottled water on the floor. Yeah, so anyway, I said this, and people like Larry's Comics said, you're wrong, Ethan. Larry's Comics is always telling me I'm wrong, but I'm right. And I don't want to be right. Just because it's funny when I'm right sometimes doesn't mean I want to be right. Last October, AT&T, having acquired Warner Brothers, which includes DC Entertainment and DC Comics Publishing. AT&T met with its donors, met with its shareholders, in particular Elliott Management, a hedge group, which is into them for billions and billions of dollars. I mean, it's a big concern for AT&T. And AT&T is in debt, $150 billion combined debt with Warner Brothers. Elliott Management said, you're going to cut costs. We're going to cut the fat. And I said then, watch out. Watch out. You're seeing the behavior of DC Comics Publishing. Everything's going to change. You're going to see mass firings. And you are going to see DC Comics change its publishing plans until DC Publishing ceases to exist. And people laughed at me. Just like they did. I've been saying Comicsgate is the Ark of the Covenant. No, it's Noah's Ark. It's Noah's Ark. Get on board. It's Noah's Ark, or we're a life raft and the Titanic is sinking behind us. One of the two. Say, get on board. This is important because the entire industry is sinking all around us. And people mocked, scorned, and belittled me. They did. And now everything is going exactly as I said. There was an initial round of firings at DC Comics and DC Entertainment. They fired everyone. I mean, they just fired all of upper management. They fired a ton of editors. They fired a lot of white people, which is interesting, and replaced them with people of color. They fired, Dan DiDio, replaced him, with a black guy. They fired Diane Whelan Nelson, replaced her with a black woman. So that's interesting. It's clear that AT&T pushing forward is going to be all about diversity and inclusion, and that's their whole thing. And that's why DC Comics was scrambling last year to come up with this 5G program in which the 5th generation of DC superheroes were all people of color, or in wheelchairs, or women or something. So in any case, it didn't really work out for them. They're all getting fired. First round of firings was bad enough. It was called a bloodbath. And I said, it's going to get worse. November, it's going to get worse. And we're already seeing that these firings are coming. They're being predicted, talked about. We'll find out who's getting fired fairly soon. HBO owner Warner Media reportedly planning thousands of more job cuts. And that will cut into DC Comics more. Warner Media, the entertainment division of AT&T, is readying to slash thousands of jobs. All of these guys are going to be on. I'm sorry, Larry. I'm sorry. I understand that you don't like when I do this. I'm sorry for the retailers that don't like when I talk about this, but I'm warning you about it. I'm saying this is going to happen. Join Comicsgate. Come with us. Let's figure out how to survive this. Let's figure out how we can keep comic books alive without depending on the goodwill of corporations who are debt-ridden, saddled by enormous debt, and don't give a shit about comic books. They're just looking forward to exploiting the characters, the IPs within DC, within Marvel Comics to make money on streaming services. Comic book pamphlets are obsolete to the extent that comic books are not obsolete. And this is what a lot of these guys are saying. They go, well, what about, Telgemeier? What about Captain Underpants? What about, YA novels? Those aren't us. That's not us. I know technically they could be considered in some way comic books. They're coming from the book market. They're not coming from the comic book world. We have no right to claim those as successes. They are not our successes. They do not belong to us. They are not going to help the common, comic book creator that we all know to stay employed to pay his bills. Not at all. Not at all. We have to face reality. Superhero comic books, the American comic book industry is dying. It's being replaced. AT&T is going to take DC Publishing, and to the extent that they're going to allow DC Publishing to exist, and they're slowly phasing it out. By the way, they've got two different departments. One is working entirely on YA novels and, stuff for girls and stuff that's going to be used in HBO Max. And then you've got Marie Severin, who is running the everything that we're familiar with and basically closing that out. She's going to preside over the decline of DC Comics as we've known them. It's going to shrink. So we're going to see some firings next month. 20%. They're hoping to reduce costs by as much as 20%. We're going to slash thousands of jobs. The division, which includes cable channels, HBO, CNN. Oh my God, who are they going to fire from CNN? Stelter? Are they going to fire little Brian Stelter? Little Brian Stelter. Oh my God, that would be outstanding. Oh. Hollywood studio, Warner Brothers and streaming service HBO Max has been hammered by the pandemic, which has delayed film and TV production and crushed the movie industry. They will use COVID to excuse this, but I tell you this was in the works last October. This was in the works a year ago. They had already planned for this. They already knew this was going to happen. They already knew. So it's like, oh, COVID is doing this. The restructuring, which is expected to kick off in the coming weeks, would result in thousands of layoffs across the company. Like the rest of the entertainment industry, we have not been immune to the significant impact of the pandemic. What bullshit. That includes an acceleration in shifting consumer behavior, especially in the way content is being viewed. We shared with them recently that the organization will be restructured to respond to those changes and to prioritize growth opportunities. That's the worst thing in the world when they're like, it's like company speak. We're going to respond to those changes and prioritize growth opportunities. And that means you're fired. That means you're fired. Because hey, honey, I got fired today. Why'd you get fired? Because my company is prioritizing growth opportunities. How amazing is this? With an emphasis on direct to consumer. Larry, I know you're there. Look, Larry, direct to consumer. Now, you and I have talked about this quite a bit. Comicsgate was ahead of the times. We were prepared for this. We were bragging about using a direct to consumer model 2 years ago. I mean, it's sturdy. Direct to consumer is very sturdy. We can survive this easily. We are in the midst of that process, and it will involve increased investments in priority areas and, unfortunately, reductions in others. Totally awesome. The rep declined to comment on how many people Warner Media currently employs. When AT&T completed its acquisition of Time Warner and renamed it Warner Media in 2018, the company had 26,000 workers. Since then, there's been steep layoffs and attrition. AT&T employed 243,000 people at the end of June, according to company documents. I love it. Under newly minted chief executive Jason Killer. Here are the two people whose names I like. Jason Killer and then Stanky. Where's Stanky? Is he mentioned here? John Stanky. Killer and Stanky. These guys ruin. Imagine this. It's like I was fired by Killer and Stanky. Killer, Stanky. Changing everything. There are like no movies. What movies have come out this year? It's amazing. Hollywood is not going to survive this. Very few things are going to survive this. Everything is going to change. There's nothing that's sacred anywhere in the business. Stanky said. Warner Media is no exception to that. So get ready. You're going to see a lot more firings. This is all coming. Just like I said, I was right. Jim Lee, have you heard any good rumors lately? He said. Calling me crazy, calling me loop-de-loo. Don't call me loop-de-loo. I've never led my followers astray. I tell the truth. I predict these things. I let people know how it's going to be. How you'd have to be an optimist. You'd have to be the most incredible optimist to think I was wrong. Larry, you're going to be fine. You stop it. You're coming with us. Larry is going to be just fine. There are going to be some retailers who are going to come with us. We're going to form a new way to create and distribute comics, independent comics. It's going to be great. I'm sure we'll do that together. You'd have to be an optimist prime. Yeah. Defund Hollywood. Spirit Scar says EVS must have a tinfoil hat somewhere. Robert B says, eat poo, EVS. Robert B, come on now. There's no reason to be upset about it. Dennis Barger says, I'm in. See, Larry? Stop arguing with us. Join us. Be a part of the solution. We need good retailers. We need good retailers to join us. We need good retailers to help us figure out how to make comic books last into the next 10 years. In 10 years, it's a long time. I'll probably have 3 more issues of Cyberfrog out in 10 years. Brother Gaius says his forehead is shiny enough already. It's just because it's so light right up there. Russell Hall says direct-to-consumer is so vulnerable to SJWs taking over the platform. They've proven time and again that they'll burn a company down for an agenda. We'll figure it out. I mean, I'm barely worried about it. We will figure it out. We'll find a new way. Stefani Renee is here. He says, come with us, winky face. Yes, Stefani Renee, one of the greatest artists in Comicsgate now, next to me, of course, has a book called Thomas Moria, Wizard for Hire. And this book looks kick-ass. I think you should back it. A couple more people did back it. I mean, really, really beautiful artwork. People who see this go, this book looks great. Oh, your Comicsgate? Oh, I can't support that because, people will riot in my shop. If I support a Comicsgate project, Black Lives Matter will probably set fire to my Antifa is going to just they'll probably smash the windows in so I can. Well, we don't care. All we have to do is ship these comic books straight to consumers, direct to consumer. Antifa can't hurt us, can't stop us when we're just shipping our comics direct to consumer, decentralized, individual creators making some of the best comics, most exciting comics of the decade. Freedom, creative freedom. Yeah. This looks like Antifa. No, this looks badass. Antifa looks like, Antifa are squawky little skinny kids with ridiculous. Look how good this art is. Makes me want to get a beer. Makes me want to get a beer, Stefani. I got a beer. I got beers in the fridge over there. I might pour myself a frosty one. Ethan Van Sciver, Cyberfrog, warts and all. This is, by the way, this is shaping up to be a bigger book than I thought it was going to be. All of the pages from the comics are written. We're already at 383 pages, and I haven't even put in the extras. So I said initially this was going to be 328 pages. It's going to be more like 400 pages. Red alert. I mean, it just is. We've got so much content. Finally made a deal with Trent Kanuga to be able to include Cyberfrog Creed. Yeah, finally made that deal. I thought I was going to have to pay more than I did. Trent, you could have gotten a lot more money out of me. A lot more money. I would have been happy to. But no, deal's a deal. I got it in writing. You said, damn, okay, fair enough. I will be happy to send that check. Very happy. So we got all that going on. It's going to be a 400-page book. This is going to be an enormous volume of stuff. And you don't want to miss out because it doesn't cost very much. Here's the thing. Because the work is already done, scroll down here, you can get the book itself for $30. $30 for the basic hardcover. It's going to be beautiful, big, thick hardcover, everything Cyberfrog in it. A lot of people are watching what I'm doing and they're copying me. Can't stand it when people copy me. Why can't people come up with their own original ideas like I do when I tweet? Let me check out my tweets here. How they doing? Superman is never permitted to have red eyes. That's doing good. 13 comments, 86. Okay. I don't know if I'm talking out my ass, but something about this feels evil. When I die, keep white people away from me. That's got 96 likes on it. 14 retweets and 5 comments. That's good. We're trained very early on to think that mummies and tombs need unearthing, but it's kind of sad that even in death, people of color can't escape the prying and opportunistic advances of white people. 3 exclamation points. Leave those mummies alone. Yeah, look at this mummy here. And it's 157 likes. That's not too bad. But the other person, the person who originally came up with this tweet, got 150,000 likes. So I'm not doing as well. But I got 33 comments. That's pretty good. I don't know. 158 now. I feel like my tweets could be doing better. I don't know why they're not. My Superman tweet's doing good though. If you're a Snyder brony, your opinions and likes are invalid and will be dismissed. I mean, that's harsh. I don't know why I'd have to say it like that, but you know, I did say it like that. All right, so I can't stand when people are unoriginal and copying me. Let's see, Billy Tucci, for example. Billy Tucci is so impressed with my ideas that he's going to copy me. He told me the other day, he said, I like your hardcover idea. I'm going to do the same thing. He's like, and Billy, by the way, he's going to do the same thing with She. Like big, gigantic volume of all the old 90s She stuff, including all the news articles and things like that. Understand, She was very popular. So if he puts together a tome of the type that I put together, his book is going to be a lot thicker than mine. I mean, it's going to be heavy. He got a lot of attention in the 90s. I didn't get any attention. That's why I acted out, you know. But he got a lot of attention, so his book would be pretty significant. So anyway, back the Cyberfrog warts and all hardcover. It's going to be like 400 pages. It's going to be a delight. And get the Junior Executive Box Edition. It's even nicer. You want to get the look at this. Look how nice this is. I want to go door to door with this, like it's the Book of Mormon. I got to make a bunch of these so I can go door to door on a bicycle. Ring all my neighbors' doorbells. Ding dong. I've got a plan for your life. It's Cyberfrog, the complete 90s warts and all. The complete 90s Cyberfrog. Read this. Tell me what you think about it the next day. It's got everything in it. It's got everything. And then also, don't forget to get Unforgettable Tales number 3. Which is phenomenal. It's this Unforgettable Tales number 3 contains a Cyberfrog story that's never seen print before. It's nothing but a fight sequence. I drew this while when Kurt Cobain killed himself. If you want to know the time period of when I drew Unforgettable Tales #3, I was sitting there working on this comic book when the news came over the radio that Kurt Cobain was dead. I was like, damn it. But I drew the book anyway, got it done. It's being, this is the first time it's seen print. All right, let's look at the items report and see how well everything's doing. You can't really tell how well things have sold yet until you look at the items report. Okay, so we sold 140 Cyberfrog hoodies. We've sold 116 all caps baseball caps. That's phenomenal. We're in profit. I made a profit on those hats. Same with the Cyberfrog caps. Beanies are doing good. All caps beanie number B, Beanie B, is the best-selling beanie. 62 of those sold. All good. The hoodie is doing great. Slipcase hardcover, we've sold 1,306 of those. Phenomenal. Very happy about that. And the basic hardcover, 670 of those. Those are great numbers. And we're only like 2 weeks in. And we've already done that. Look, 18 days are left of the first 30 days. I never dreamed this would be a possibility. Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet. What can I say about this book that hasn't been said already? Oh, we're almost at 1,092,000. We're very close to $1.1 million on Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet. This book is going to be enormous. Everybody is going to be thrilled when this book comes out. I promise you. You will like it. It is going to be gory, a very action-packed fun, and yeah, you will. Sorry that we're out of honeycomb boxes. Feel bad about that. Wish we had more of those to give, but we don't. We just don't. Chicken fry boxes should be in my hands soon. Very excited about getting those. This is Amphibionics #2, the ash can cover, where we're look at Heather Swain. 90s Heather Swain being attacked by the Mosquito Men, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All this stuff is going to be good. This is like one of the best Cyberfrog covers I think I've ever done. And this is going to be chromium. I'm going to be sending this out to have the chromium treatment done pretty soon. One thing I learned from Blood Honey is to get the chromium covers done in advance because they take a long time. So, get the chromium covers done well in advance of getting the interiors printed up. It's 2 separate processes. This right here, of course, Heather Swain, the Ides of March cover. These are great covers. This is going to be chromium too. God, that's really good. Every day I'm impressed with myself. I wish I were my own father so I could feel like I, raised a good kid. Well, my dad gets to feel that way though. Good stuff. Get ready, guys. The Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet preview book is shipping out right now. You guys are going to get the first 10 pages, and it's going to be a nice thing. Be a nice little thing to have. Starlight Cats by Shane Davis. Shane Davis, making cats great again, making cats fun again, making cats safe again. Back Starlight Cats. Back Hammerella, Thundersmoke. Back Hammerella Thundersmoke now by Ryan Wynn. Got some amazing creators around me at all times. I absorb exactly nothing from them. I surround myself with talented people and I learn nothing. 1,200 backers for your boy Zach. How about that? We did it. 1,200 backers. 1 backer for every dollar I lost at blackjack last night. My dumb move. How could I be so stupid? Well, I say that, like, if I had won, you guys would have been impressed with me. If I had won that bet, you guys would have been, wow, Ethan. What would you guys have done? You sit there, you have $1,200, you're $200 up, and it's like you bet $600 on one hand of blackjack because you're feeling lucky. You get a 5, and then you get a 6. You have 11. Wouldn't you double down like I did? I doubled down. And I got a 5. I should have gotten a 10. How hard would that have been, God? And then I would have come home with $2,400. And Andrea would have said, wow. She would have said, wow, you're like Kenny Rogers. You're the gambler. I said, well, you got to know when to fold. Got to know when to walk away. Got to know when to run. God, that would have been great. She would have seen me in a whole new light. I would have come home and said, baby, I always win. Always win. Instead, I come home and I go, I lost. I lost $1,200 on a single hand of blackjack. And I showed my son that his old man's a loser. All of those things. You got to know when to frog them. Yeah, I should have run. I should have taken off. Butchered that one up, B. Thanks, JG. Thanks for noticing. How many pallets of water was that? That's 2 pallets of water I could have bought with that money. 2 pallets. Arachna says, no spiraling, please. Do you mind if I just spiral at you guys for a little bit about my gambling addiction? Lord Jesus. Gotta pray to God to stop me from gambling. You gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done. Ladies and gentlemen, pray every single day. Pray to God. You got to do it. You got to pray to God. That's what I do every day. It's changed my life. People say, Ethan, how can I be more like you? How can I be more like you in every single way? Well, you could pray. Hit your knees and ask the Lord. Jameson Jones, thank you for joining the channel. Ask the Lord, say, God, what do you pray for? What should you pray for? By the way, I'm not asking you to become a Christian, even though you could if you wanted to. Just understand, pray to the force from whence we all came, the unified field. If you don't believe in God, we all came from something, all right? Pray to that. DCB TXK says, couple steps away from living Cecil's life. I'm so close to that. Pray the gay away. 656 Comics says, Undead Border, Escape or Die has only 39 hours left. Let's get back. Let's get this book to 6K to unlock the next stretch goal before. Back it on Indiegogo. Hail Comicsgate. Opinionated Junkie says, are you going to be Santa Claus next year? No, this year. Yeah. By the way, Sheila Allen's pissed off. Gambling pisses me off. My guy lost $1,000 on a sports bet, so I made him give me equal that for things we actually need. So it looks like he threw away $2,000. What can I tell you? Pray, ladies and gentlemen. Pray every day. Use prayer as a way to focus intention. Don't just ask for things like Sheila Allen did. Focus your intention. What are we going to do today? What am I doing today? Focus your intention. Worrying. Do not worry. Worry is like praying for the things that you don't want to happen to you. So don't worry about things. Pray KK away. Pray, everyone. Pray for consciousness to be made ready. Are you ready for things? Are you ready for the world? Whatever life is going to throw your way, that's a good thing to pray for. Pray to be ready for it, like me. Be thankful. Be thankful for the life that you live. Be thankful for me. Be thankful for your family. Be thankful for your friends. Be thankful for the beautiful relationships in your lives and all of the great YouTubers that you kind of know on the internet, like I am. You know. Iron Cog says, I am ready for warts and all. Me too. Pray for warts and all. Pray to be challenged every day, like me. I don't mean challenged in that way. I don't mean, intellectually. I mean, just pray to be challenged. Pray to meet challenges in life and be able to overcome them. Pray for that. Envision your next day. Envision what you hope to be and accomplish. Pray for the healing of others. That's what I do. I'm hoping my dad's watching right now. If my dad's watching, he's proud of me. My dad's always like, pray every day, Ethan. Pray, son. I will. Dad, I'm telling everybody what to pray for. It's just meditation. Pray to be in alignment, with nature and the world, like me, to become unlimited. Pray to release your old past and your shadows, to remember you can change yourself And you can change it anytime. Pray to be anything that you want in life. Pray for Comicsgate. Pray for people that are hurt. Pray for the people that you just injured. That's what I do all the time. You know, the woman who walked out in front of my SUV shouting Black Lives Matter that I ran over and then backed over, pray for her. Pray that she's better. I envision myself not going unconscious. I think the day is going to happen, and I am not going to miss a minute of it. I'm going to be conscious throughout it. I'm going to pay attention to my entire family as I'm live streaming downstairs in the basement, and they're upstairs doing stuff. So I tell you, those of you who are struggling, those of you who are having trouble getting your footing in life, the answer is prayer. There, Dad. I tell people I'm a minister. I'm a minister of truth. 1,434 people watching right now. A frogologist. I'm a frogentologist now. Pray on mummies. No, don't pray on mummies, white people. It's never been your business to touch mummies. I'm telling you now. Leave those mummies alone. Stop molesting them. Here to help. Opinionated Junkie says, are you going to be Santa Claus next year? Why next year when I'm going to be Santa Claus this year and every year? I've got my Santa suit in the closet. I upgrade it every single year. Every year I add to it. Try to get better and better stuff. I will be Santa. Don't you worry, guys. I'll be here for you. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, fuck. No, I can't remember how to pronounce your name. And I keep meaning to. It's Jasu, but somebody told me it's Yuho. What is it? How do you pronounce it? Why do I always forget? Jasu Rodriguez says, looking good today, Uncle E. Dressed to the nines today. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I'm sorry, I can't remember how to pronounce your name. I get yelled at about it every day. Russell Hall says, please dress up like a Bible pusher and go door-to-door peddling Cyberfrog and film it, please. That would be epic. Bring Cecil. Mark Littlewood says, when this pandemic is over, we seriously need a massive stellar Comicsgate convention. This is the future, just as FF #1 was the future way back when. It's still happening. DCBTXK says, day drinking stream. No, I haven't had a drink. Not at all. I have to make time. I have to take a moment to be able to drink liquor. I have to go, okay, I'm not doing anything, so I'm going to be drunk today. Pass out on the couch. And today is not that day. Dark Bungle X says, EVS, you looking dapper today. I am Comicsgate because they oppose political propaganda, but now I tune in and hear pro-Trump and anti-Dem BS, which repels me. Sorry about that. And let me tell you something, Andrea does yell at me about that. Stop talking about Trump. People don't want to hear it. Some people do. Not everybody, and you got to worry about your customer base. Warren says, expecting delivery of my preview book today. Thank you. Oh, Warren, that's great. So you got your notification, and okay. Chris W says, you know why Warner Brothers is having so many problems? White people. White people are causing all of the problems of Warner Brothers, and maybe they are. Who knows? Those of you who are saying I can't talk about Trump, do you mind if I talk about white people causing trouble? Russell Hall says, direct to consumer is still vulnerable. Oh, I read that one. Okay, that's fine. Enoch Mammon says, hey, EBS, I made a bad joke earlier and then retracted it. Here's $5 more for Cyberfrog. Well, thank you. You're allowed to make bad jokes around here. That's all we ever do. All we ever do is make bad jokes. It's absolutely worthless. What a waste of time this is for you. You know. Eric Lavoie says, CG artist portal can't post the lonk. I'm not wrenched. Let me see if I can do that. I can put you in timeout. I can block you. Let me wrench you. Add moderator. Worked. That worked. You're moderated now. Sunny Man, where should I start for reading Cyberfrog? Blood Honey. Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Find a copy of it on eBay. Our eBay store, we will, Cyberfrog9 is the name of our eBay store. We will send it to you. You'll have it within 2 days. And then you can read Cyberfrog. You'll be ready for Cyberfrog Wreck Planet, Cyberfrog Warts and all. Yeah. Brother Gaius says, I'm still waiting for Ethan to make me laugh and not just at his weight. I got the abuse that I suffer at every turn. Collie Hunt says, hello, Uncle E. I hope you're having a great day. I was. The abuse that I receive is terrible. Spectrum Ball says, we mostly don't care, EVS. What these idiots don't understand is that Trump is in the White House because of the goddamn culture war that is affecting entertainment. So it's kind of, there's a connection there. Yeah. But still, you don't want to talk about politics too much. Not too much. People don't like that. Low Res Boy says, EVS, just use your gift of persuasion to win. To win what? Oh, you mean to win at blackjack? It doesn't work. I tried. It doesn't work at all. Accept the abuse. It will make you a better preacher, says Nero. I do. All I do is accept the abuse. You know, you guys, you have to admit. Okay says Ethan looks rather dashing in his little suit. It's not that little. EVS looks like Thurston Howell. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's kind of you. Have you tried counting cards? It's hard to count cards when there are 5 decks being used. You know, I don't know if I can count cards. I'm not gambling ever again. I'm not doing it. There's no way. Maybe I'll go gamble though and try to win it back. Maybe maybe I need to go there and gotta bring $1,200 and bet it all on one hand now. Not $600. I gotta bet my $1,200 and get it all back. And then I'll do this. I'll bet $2,400 next time. David L says Ethan is a large bit. Ethan is large, but Andrea is in charge. No, I'm in charge. I am. I'm the man of the house. Give me a break. You addict, says House of Bar. I'm not going. I would not lose anywhere. I lost $1,200. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Starticon DM says, who was buried in the suit you're wearing today? A mummy. You know, I got my white friends together, dug up a mummy, took his suit. That's what white people do. All right, what can I tell you? Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to get to work. I've got so much to do. And look, that was 2.5 hours. A lovely live stream. I had a great time with you guys. Had a great time with you guys. You're the best. I need you to back Impossible Stars. I don't know what I have to do. I mean, how do I get you to back Impossible Stars by your boy Zach? Do I have to get Zach in here to ask you? We got 3 more backers for Zach, though, today. I appreciate it. I would like you to back Graham Nolan's The Canoe, even despite my jokes about The Canoe, in which I say, you know, I told Andrea that I didn't go gambling last night, but Canoe. Back The Canoe by Graham Nolan. It's so close to 80,000. Why aren't we at 80,000? We have to get it to 80,000. It makes me crazy. Thomas Moria by Stefani Renee, who is Comicsgate and who's receiving abuse. I think he lost a job for being Comicsgate. You guys are backing him. That's wonderful. But let's make this book a success so that we can get several successive sequels. Back Shane Davis's Starlight Cats, which finally hit 40,000 its first week. I used to brag that like Comicsgate books got to $25,000. Like, you know, if you're Comicsgate, your book get your book funded to 25,000. But you know, look, it's only been a week and Shane's at 40,000, so that's pretty exciting. Hammerella, Thunder Smoke, another great book by Ryan Wynn, longtime comic book professional. Ryan Wynn is got this cool book, and back my 2 books, Cyberfrog Warts and All which of course is phenomenal. Everyone should be backing Cyberfrog warts and all, and you are. We're getting close to $330,000, which is very exciting. That's like a third of $1 million. That's like 1/3 of $1 million. If we get to $333,000, let's just get to 330 today, though. Thank you for backing Cyberfrog warts and all, which is expanded to be like 400 pages of quality, of content, of Cyberfrog content. You want it, you need it on your shelf so that you could refer back to it when you're reading future Cyberfrog volumes. And there will be some things in this book that will actually make sense now that didn't make sense before. So that's very exciting. And don't forget to back Cyberfrog 2 Wrecked Planet, formerly the biggest crowdfunded comic book of all time until Berserker came along. And I don't know what's going on. I was going to read this article that was in Bleeding Cool, but you guys want to go. I don't want to leave you guys. Like you guys don't want me to stay and talk about this. We should just end this live stream. But Berserker's delayed. It got delayed somehow. I saw that on Bleeding Cool. I was going to read it to you. We're going to figure out what's going on. But I should probably just let you guys go. Mark C says, if Zach wants us to back his book, tell him to go grab an org, get in here and do some work. Well, he won't do it. He won't do it. So that's the problem. Eric McIntyre says, politics suck and not all of us are right-wingers, but our common ground is our love for good comics and making fun of Ethan's massive weight. So glad you guys have that in common. I'm so glad. Yay, kumbaya. Why are you saying read super chats when I'm all I've been doing is reading super chats. I'm on top of super chats. No, I've read them all. I've read every single super chat that you guys have sent. And one thing you cannot say about me is that I ignore super chats and abuse my fans. I don't. Mr. Dongs is in here. Grab an oar, Zach. Yeah, Zach. Get in here and grab an oar. Do some work like I'm doing. Do some work. This is work. It's hard work. All right. Read the Berserker. Read the article. No. We'll read it later, maybe. Maybe it'll give me an excuse to live stream again. What does this say here? Did you guys see the head sketches from as little as $10 on Hammerella? Very limited amount, though. Yeah, get a Ryan Wynn head sketch. I did. I backed it already. I backed it and got a sketch. Randy, read. Wait, Randy says, where'd you go? Here it is. You read Super Chats as good as Dan Shaheen. I read way better than Dan Shaheen. It's funny. It's like I did that interview with Dan Shaheen and then all of Comic Skaters. This is the way Comic Skate works and YouTube works. I do an interview, not an interview. It's more like an abusive, what would you call that? What did Dan do? I mean, it was meant to be an interview, but it turned into him berating me, a debate almost. And so that got done. And then basically that gets fed to everyone and everyone does live streams about it. I saw like 7 or 8 EFAPs of it. I'm like, people need stuff to talk about on YouTube. I don't. I talk about nothing but bullshit for 2.5 hours. All I did was condemn white people for 100 and what would that be? 250 minutes? 150 minutes? Gary Tilbrook says it was an attempted ambush. It's funny. I liked it. I didn't yeah, he did try to Mike Wallace me, but he's funny. Dan Fraga says, EVS, draw with me. Fragtober, Malin is and is scared. Malin is drawing with you and is scared. I don't. Here's the thing about all that. You guys, I'm not drawing anything that's not going to my comic book. I would much rather be doing anything than drawing. I really would. Dan is somebody who loves to draw. I don't love to draw. The fact that I'm magnificent at it, notwithstanding, it's work. Just because I'm a great artist, it's just one of the things that I'm great at. I'm a great broadcaster. I'm a great YouTuber. Fantastic dancer. Great at playing piano. What was I playing today? I was playing Sinead O'Connor's Nothing Compares to You on my piano, singing. It was so good. You guys missed it. I mean, it was really good, and you guys missed it because I didn't play it for you. And you're sitting there, you're on YouTube, and you're drawing nothing. These guys with their Inktober. What is this? These guys. It's Inktober. We're gonna draw every. And then you've got Richard Pace sitting there. I'm putting out my book, my Inktober book. I'm crowdfunding it. Peter Pumpkinhead says, "You're an okay YouTuber. You're not." Yeah. Inktober. I'm going to draw something new every day. Well, you know. Prince song. I know it's a Prince song. I know. It's mostly Sinead O'Connor, though. Death Metal Hero says, do it, Pie Man. Draw with Fraga. Nah, not interested. I don't want to draw. I have stuff to do. I'm, look at this. I got pages to do. Look at Cyberfrog, all puffy on one side, flinging his tongue out. I got things to do. I do have drawings to do, and I'm drawing those drawings. Jabba the Cuck says, you suck, Ethan. Yeah. Yeah. Makes me miss my mom. This kind of abuse. Ethan is scared of Frega, says Eric McIntyre. I'm not scared of Dan. Yeah. That is a fat cyberfrog. It's true, it is. Nick Ricada is the superior shill and grifter, and tons of blue-haired orcas like Renfimus can beat Ethan in a pie-eating contest and even have room for it to eat EVS after. Well, Renfimus can eat me. That's true. Fraga says, mutual respect. Yeah, I mutually respect Fraga. I'm not afraid to be embarrassed drawing next to him. I'm not afraid of Dan Fraga drawing better than me. So what? So if I'm comfortable with that. So what if Dan can draw better than me? I'm comfortable with that. That's no problem at all. I'm okay. All right, look, enough of this. Enough of this garbage. Enough of this just, what is this, Renfimus? You guys are going to clip me saying Renfimus can eat me? And then, oh, come on. Enough of this pure tripe. Thank you, guys. I want to thank those of you who sent me super chats. That was very considerate of you. Those of you who did nothing but tell me to shut up. Those of you who did nothing but say you suck. Those of you who sat there, did nothing but call me fat. You know where you guys can go. You guys know where you can go. Here's Liam. He said, the last illustration you felt joy drawing was? I can't remember, Liam. It was when I was 4 years old. It's a long time ago. Drawing is torment and pain. Drawing is discipline. It feels like drowning to me. It feels like walking a tightrope. It feels like, it does. It feels like walking a tightrope over a tiger pit. Gus Tyler Bush says, I can tell you to shut up right now. Joe Ledger says, don't listen to the haters. You're pleasantly plumpy. Thank you, Joe. I'm not going to listen to them. It feels like waterboarding. It does. EVS is becoming old man Stan Lee. I am. My fans. Line them up against a wall and give me a Tommy gun. But Stan, they love you. Fuck them. Horrible. See, I have, real memories of Stan Lee. Fragaboom says, commentary on Malin versus Fraga. You get the gig. I'll come watch. I don't know if I'm going to come on the show. Amit Reina is deluded. He says, I think EVS is a good person. We tricked him. Stefani Renee says, can I draw Cyberfrog fan art for you? Yes, but why don't you do your book instead? Don't draw for me. Draw your comic book that you've got. All you guys, draw your comics. I can't wait until EVS goes senile in a live stream. And Dino, how would you even know if I was senile? How would you know? What would be different? I would be able to do this. I'll be able to do this into my 90s. Blather about bullshit to you guys. I just remind me to read the super chats. You know, Peter Pumpkinhead says, "Go postal." I might do it. All right. I gotta go. I got so much to do. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on this 2.5 hours of complete waste of your time. But thank you so much. I'll see you again next time with another video. Have a fantastic Saturday, and go watch Dan Fraga and John Malin draw. Take care. Bye-bye.